Just a minute. I'm streaming directly to YouTube. Yeah, Hari Om all. So today is day 5. So today we'll be concluding the session. So all the 5 days we were in the journey towards our Ekadashi fasting. So we didn't directly jump into fruit diet. We were understanding how to select a fruit. Before that, main thing is intention, setting your intention. So many people already follows Ekadashi fasting. Yeah, today is day 6. So many people, though they follow Ekadashi fasting, they were not aware. Mostly they do mechanically. So they were not aware how to set the intentions well. So the intention setting is very, very important, and connecting to nature is very important. So mostly we do fasting mechanically, or because we have our culture or custom to do Ekadashi. So for that reason we do. So what happens here, till certain time, because body is sophisticated, so it will not have much issue. But later what happens, at one point of time, it will be very difficult for the body to do those extra works. So at that time, the issues will arise. So am I there? Okay. So at that time, the issues will arise. So now what happens is the body will give up. There will be certain situations when the body gives up, all the problems starts coming. So though we are doing for a good cause, it will end up in some other complications. So there is no point of unnecessarily facing those complications. So rather understand how to have a right approach. Okay. So understand how to do the right approach. Then it will be easy for one to journey ahead. So now that's how we were being listening, like how to go ahead, how to follow the practices, how to set the intentions right, then how to cook right, because cooking method is also very important. We need to understand the right cooking methods. Then it will be easy. So once we understand the fruit selection, it will be easy for us to go, like ultimately we need to nurture our body. So mostly we get nourishment from the nature. So when we are not nourishing in a right way, then it will be paying tax for the body. So we need to nourish well. So we are not in that stage where we can just directly absorb the energy from the cosmos. So it will take time for us to transition into that level. So for that reason only we have approached, like before only we will learn how to how to eat healthy, or how to nourish us well with the right inputs, what all to. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yes.
What all inputs we need to avoid?
But your voice is echoing.
Yeah. So what all inputs we need to avoid? So these are the very basic things which require more details. For that only we took time. So of course I have covered many other things apart from these things, because water is also important. Nowadays water we need to talk separately, because we are not been drinking right water. So all this while we are drinking RO water. So what's the point of drinking this RO water? So for that reason only we took time for understanding, because one day will not be enough to explain all these things. So we have started our journey 3 days or 4 days ahead before Ekadashi, 3 days ahead of Ekadashi. Then by the time on the Ekadashi, it will be easy for one to follow those practices like sipping water in between, having fruits, though we not eat any cooked food. So mostly our tradition has a practice of breaking fast with even the same day people eat cooked food like sabudana and other things. Sabudana is not a problem, but the process of cooking sabudana is more complex nowadays, whatever we are doing. So for that reason, we need to understand that cooking methods also. So khichdi is the most suitable for us to consume on Ekadashi days. It will digest well, it will nourish us well. So, but again, making khichdi in a right way is very important. So only it took time for us to understand all these things. Now, how to take ahead? So today we'll be discussing how to take this journey ahead. So now we have done our Ekadashi fasting till yesterday. So we'll be listening to your experiences also. Now, what to do next? So we can do this approach, this fasting regularly. It need not be Ekadashi. Ekadashi is very good day in the moon days. So we can do for Navaratri also, Ashtami also, like starting from different days also. Like it may be Paurnima, Amavasya, as well, not a problem. Or if you don't want to go according to the moon cycle, you can go to the weekday also. Like suppose if it's suitable for you to do fasting on Sunday, so every Sunday you can keep a fast. So before that Saturday, what you have to do, Sunday what you have to do, how to break your fast. So this routine if you follow, then slowly adopt these practices in your day-to-day life. So you can continue that practice like eating right fruit, drinking water in a right way, cooking that right food. Like even though you were not cooking well all these days, at least one day completely, weekly once, if you are on fruit fast, the body will have break time to detox. So it will try to help in detoxification of all the accumulated toxins inside your mind. So decluttering can happen well. So but what happens mostly is when we are cleaning our house, we when some or when a guest will come or a childhood close friend will come, so we can't just continue cleaning the house, so we'll definitely attend him. So what happens when uh, like when we have to spend more time, definitely we'll be happy spending time with our childhood friend, but at that time we'll not think of any other thing. Though we have lot of work, we'll enjoy with him, we'll spend time with him. But the person who is irritating you, he'll just come to disturb you. What happens at that time? You'll be internally scolding him, like why you have come this time, unnecessarily you're wasting my time. Or at one point of time you open up and tell him that I'm busy today, we'll meet some other time. Or if you are hesitant, then you'll pretend as if you are free and you'll talk to him, but internally you'll be having that agony. So here this input is that guest is your food. So mostly what happens in day-to-day life, so body will be busy in detoxifying its own self. Whatever accumulations we have, it will try to absorb, assimilate, eliminate. At that time it will not be hungry, so most of the energies are diverted there. So at that time when we again give food, so again body has to give priority in digestion. So it will not give concentration in elimination and absorption and other important routines. So elimination is very important routine in the system. So when it doesn't get time, then it starts accumulating. So all these accumulated things will cause problems. So at least once in a week, if you give time for the body to declutter, eliminate, then even though you were not eating right food in that week, you're giving rest to the body in that weekend, then it will be comfortable for you to maintain a good health, at least from then. Yeah, spiritually, one can get evolved also in that practice weekly. Once also, if he's doing, definitely you'll be fasting not just for food. Initially, it may be only mechanically you'll start with food, but definitely when you are cleansing inside, your thought levels also get purified. You'll be more calmer, more clarity will be there. Or else suppressed emotions, suppressed food accumulations will cause suppressed emotions also. So when the emotions are suppressed, automatically you will react sooner. So there may be a situation where you will not react to that situation even 99 days, but on the 100th day it will be like a volcano. So you'll be suppressing so much that you'll burst out on that day. So better to give time, day-to-day time, to cleanse the system. And it's very important to give family time. So most of these family disputes are happening because we don't give time to each other. It may be between siblings or couples or uh, uh, in-laws or whatever it may be, even with friends. When we don't give time, when we don't share our works or our thoughts with each other, so there may be a situation at house where we want to share with our husband. So our husband will not have a couple, like a partner will not have time to listen to you. He may be rushing to office, so you may think that okay, he's busy now, I'll talk to him in the evening, I'll try to express my feelings, what happened, or I'll share what happened in the house today, so that I'll feel good at least if I share to him. So again in the evening he'll come late, and by the time like you'll again try to talk, but he'll be tired, and you think okay, nothing wrong, he's tired today, tomorrow I will share him. But in that parallelly, what happens, these situations you are not able to handle. uh, so you are not able to handle, then finally what happens is it will accumulate, many things, many situations accumulate, and finally the situation will blast. So rather So rather what happens, what happen if you give time day to day, then you can express easily. Then automatically it will be easy for a clear relationship. So family time is very important. So no, mostly we don't give that family time. Then the problems can persist. So giving family time on that day, at least weekends. So daily, I don't just say weekends, but daily. Sometime we have to give time because it's very important to give self time, family time, and social time also. Okay, in self time you have to give time for your body. So you have to, if you have to clean your mind, clean your toilet first, clean your cupboard first, because you can't just sit and think to clean your mind. So through action it is possible to cleanse. Like when you are cleaning your toilet with your heart, like with your body, mind and soul, so that cleaning activity will help to clean your mind. So in my ashram, my Guruji used to, if he has to purify someone, especially closed people, he used to, his room will be very neat and tidy. But again, he'll ask, the room is very dirty, better today, so can you please dust the room? So we used to remove everything and again dust it, but there'll be not even a single drop of dust there. So that is the activity which he's giving. Through that process, he's helping us to purify. So that's how gurus will help his disciples in purification process. It may not be that, like it may be many things, but I was fortunate to get those like that seva. So that's how, and whatever wisdom I got is not like he sat in front of me and made me teach everything. No, he was just involved in works. So in the work, he used to just he used to just give that blessings in disguise. So that wisdom used to transfer like that. So that's how we all could get opportunity to get that wisdom. So everything will come when you completely dedicate to that wholesomeness. Where when you are pure, then you can connect to that higher self. And when you are connecting to that higher self, wisdom will just flow through you. So that's how everyone is part of that whole creation, and we are basically meant to live in that harmony with each other. So now what you can do in day-to-day life, you have to give yourself time, taking care of your body, taking care of your belongings, spend time with nature or sit and meditate, spend time for yourself, introspect, journal, whatever your weak point is, try to work on those weak points, keep a milestone, measure where do you stand. Like when you are sitting in front of mirror, you don't just see your external face, try to introspect also deep within. So see where you are, like every day the moment you get up, take the resolution. So every day when you go to sleep, think what happened in that day. You need not be guilty of your mistakes. Mistakes will happen with everyone, no doubt, but are we repeating that same mistakes again and again? That is very important. So we have to learn from our mistakes. Definitely mistakes will help us to evolve more, but rather if you don't introspect and don't correct that and just continue that patterns, then it will definitely downpour oneself. So that is very important. So self time. Then family time, as I told, it's very important to communicate. Like it's not compulsory that you have to find fault of others. We can diplomatically help others in overcoming their weakness, but you need that, you need to be authority, you need to be authoritative for that. You need, if you only have that authority, then only you can correct. Or else if you don't have authority, if you just go and correct others, they will not, why they will listen to you? So first, to get that authority, you have to gain that relationship. You have to be very kind and humble towards them. You have to have a soft corner in their heart. Then they will be open to listen. Or else there'll be ego it coming in between. Like, who are you to tell me? Who are you to correct me? So when a person likes someone, whatever tough work he gives, automatically you feel like to do. You don't feel any hardness in doing that work. So you'll be very comfortable doing his works. But if you don't like someone, if you don't have a proper relationship with someone, it may be your boss, the smallest work, easiest work will be huge for you. You will be scolding him every moment while doing that work, about why he is giving, what not, you will think about him. So relationship is very important. So relationship between your sibling, family members, or your in-law, whoever it is, social time. So because we can't just live individually, we are supposed to live together in harmony with each other. Like I have, what is my asset? So my asset is all of you. So if I need any help, definitely I know you all will support me. So you are all my assets. So I have that relationship, I have that bonding between the followers or whoever I have. So definitely people help me. So, I correlate Lakshmi, wealth, in 8 forms. Actually, it is 16 forms, but Ashtalakshmi, if I say. So, intellectual capital. So, money is not just in the form of currency notes. So, social wealth. So, Ashtalakshmi, like Dhairya Lakshmi, Vidya Lakshmi, Dhanalakshmi, Dhanya Lakshmi, Arogya Lakshmi, Santana Lakshmi. So, these all are Lakshmis we have. So these all are our wealths. So in English, we as intellectual capital, social capital, then health capital. So health is also wealth. If you are healthy, you are not spending money unnecessarily, right? So to be healthy, you have to work in righteous living, harmonious living, right food habits, right thoughts and all. So automatically it will make you healthy. If you are not eating wrong foods, even though you are eating sometimes wrong foods, if your majority of your food is right food, your body will be in a position to handle that situations well. So it can easily remove the toxins. You do not be guilty that, oh, I had the tea today, I had samosa today, I had some wrong foods today. When you are aware, you will be more conscious. Mostly people, when they are aware or know something is not good, you'll be very conscious and you may feel also guilty. So you need not be guilty. Yeah, you have to be aware and conscious and accept it. Yeah, I have eaten this samosa. I told na vatapi jeernam. The intention is very important. So it's fine sometimes if you are not aligning to that righteousness, but there is a stage when even a smallest thing will be a very great sin. It will not just be a mistake, it will be very great sin. But for that, like if we are in a position, then even a thought will be very much sinful. Because you are elevated so much in that higher level of consciousness. So there, if you get that thought, I can't say again, you will be in a different plane. That's it. So you will not be in a position to be in that conscious level. So you have to step down and you have to lead your life. That's it. But you lose that opportunity. So, Array, I was here, I am here now. You should not compare. You have to accept, yes, because I am not in a position to be in that level, practicing these practices in the thought, body, actions, and all. So I am here. So whatever level you are, accept, and then there will be a time when you will overcome that situations, and then you will evolve further, and then you will transcend into higher consciousness. Okay, so this is what you have to live your life. Then yeah, so social time I have given. So that's how, when you have an asset of social community, definitely you will get lot of help from. So suppose you are in need of some documentation work, so people call me, like sometimes I ask. It's not like every time people will respond. Sometimes when you ask, people will respond, or sometimes even if you don't ask, people like to serve or help you. So this is all because of the relationship which you have with the society. So definitely you can seek help. So that's how self-time, family time, and social time will help. So now in the food habits, mostly we get attracted to different foods. Basically, food is very basic. Food is basically something which will nourish you. It may be through mouth or through sight or through hearing or through thoughts. So righteous food which is meant for us is very important. But unfortunately, in the modern time, if you see, food business is very, what you call that, earning business. You can earn a lot from the food. Because we get many people are getting relished with that food. It's a pleasure, basically. It's not happiness. So happiness, real happiness is different. Contentment, when you are content with what you have and how you are this way, that happiness will be different. But mostly because we are not in living that harmonious way and all, so we are not happy. So we try to seek that happiness through food. So we go out, we seek that happiness by eating different types of food. Yeah, food will give happiness. I'm not denying that you should not eat different types of food, but most of the time we are getting indulged in that food chain. So that is very important for one to understand. So rather, instead of eating outside, most 99% or 90%, there is not even a single restaurant who will just do for giving that nourishment or contentment. So most of the business, food business industries or hotels or all, externally they will definitely project. But are they cooking with that intention, with soul and heart? They will definitely have that hygiene, ambience, and projection. Definitely taste, no doubt. Because if it's not tasty, people will not come and eat. If you don't have that ambience, people will not come and eat. But are they putting that soul heart? They are people, I'm not denying it. But really, are they putting that soul heart in cooking and serving for you, like how your mother prepares for you? So they will just do for business. So there may be few people who are really showing that dedication towards cooking and thinking that, oh yes, when I'm cooking, this is nourishing so many people. So let this food be pure. Let this food nourish them. There are few people still, though they are working in a hotel for their survival or whatever. They are people who have the right intention towards what they are doing, that action. Like suppose if a person is an IT developer, so there are people who dedicatedly work, let this technology help for many. Because of that technology only we are sitting and communicating with each other. Technology is not bad. The intention matters there. So there are people who are dedicatedly doing for that cause. So mostly knowingly, unknowingly, people are working, but the righteous thought behind your work, because we are part of that whole cosmos has to survive, the whole world, whole creation, whole humanity have to survive. So we need to help each other. So technology is not bad, development is not bad, but in the modern time whatever development is happening is mostly towards the destructive standard rather than constructive way. So the definitely when we are going into a constructive mode, there'll be some destruction happening. We can't think that we can just construct without destruction. So even the nature, when it was constructed, when it was designed, there was destruction happened in the whole process. So even when we are constructing anything, like suppose if you want to create a beautiful ashram, so there may be unnecessarily weeds or other things, we have to remove it. So you are disturbing a lot of ecosystem, whatever it was built up. Many species will die in that process. So maybe there are some trees which you have to kill that or remove it. So maximum try to see that you are not removing the tree. We can think and make our architectures in a way where we are not disturbing that ecosystem, disturbing that beauty. So if there is a situation where you have to remove the tree, just ask the tree. Ask the tree, try to relocate that tree. First, not remove the tree in the first level. In the second level, utilize the tree in the architecture. There are people who can design nicely for you, retaining that tree and still making the architecture around it. So that is the approach we have to utilize with our constructive or intelligence, human intelligence. So we rather, if you don't use that intelligence, one will just cut the trees. And nowadays in the real estates, what they are doing, they are completely removing the trees and removing the weeds and cleaning up that soil and showing up your bare land. So that will not help actually. Rather create that ecosystem and coexist with that ecosystem and make your architecture beautiful. So that should be one's approach. So like that, dedication towards your work is very important. So nothing is bad. So utilizing it in a right way where is important. So yeah, it's simple to lead our life. Be conscious, be thoughtful in every step, whatever you are taking, at least from now. Whatever we have led our life, it's fine. We were not aware. So now we are aware. So there are many things to talk about, but because we are keeping this focusing towards the fasting topic, so we are not going deeper. Or else in my sessions, normally I kept the name as Sarvam. Initially, I didn't thought of any name. So I was just taking something like natural living or something like that. So later I wanted to keep it organically happened. So I started keeping name as Sarvam, the lifestyle teachings as Sarvam living or Sarvam lifestyle. Then this all will come under umbrella of Sarvam. So the physical space I have kept as Sarvam Mai. So why I came up with this Sarvam word? So when I thought of keeping some name, because my teachings are holistic, so I connect with cosmos, I connect with microbes, I connect with people, I connect with all the species coexisting with everyone. So everything is Sarvam, whole. So Sarvam. So something was coming in my mind, Sarvam me, Sarvam me, Sarvam me. Sarvam me idam jagat. Like there are some Sanskrit connotations. So I was getting that word as Sarvam me. Then I thought Sarvam may not sound good or people may not understand, but there should be something attached to Sarvam. So Sarvam is the umbrella, like a root. So from that, I came up with Sarvam living. So because Sarvam lifestyle or Sarvam living is the way of life where you will live that life harmonious to that nature. It may be with food or not have using chemicals or whatever. Then one fine day, when I started my space, earlier I didn't had any space. I was doing virtually. Still, I'll continue doing that virtually also. So my space is spread throughout the world, throughout the cosmos. So the whole cosmos is my space. So even if I come to Sri Prabha's house, she'll host me. So that is my house also. Samatha also will be hosting me. So that is my house also. So we all are Vasudhaiva Kutumbam. We all are belonging to one family, right? So even if I come to West Godavari, Satish will be very happy to receive me. So I need a small space to sit and if I get fruits, I'll be happy. Or even you'll also be fortunate to learn many things from me, like how Sri Ramulu and Sarla had the opportunity to learn more when I was there in their company. So it's like a sharing. So definitely, the whole space is mine. So I don't have boundaries, rather, but still, I have to live in my body. This body needs some space. All the time, I cannot. If I go to only Sri Prabha's house, then what about others? So maybe Sri Prabha will invite me, but not everyone. So many people will be coming to meet me. So I have to help others also. So maybe Sri Prabha will be helping few people in their community or in their vicinity. But how about Samatha? Like even she wants help. So now how to go about it? So at least I should have some. This body will be staying somewhere, or I can facilitate everything at one place. That lifestyle at one place, that teaching at one place. So earlier I was doing everything in my room. So wherever I was living in my house, so in my room itself, I was doing everything. In that same kitchen, I was utilizing some space. So my mother, she took time to adopt these practices. It's not like she will follow 100%. So she says, whatever we are practicing, it's enough. Like it is huge. We are good with this. So don't pressurize us. But still, she is very open to follow slowly. But she wants to take her space and time. I am fine. But but she wants it to be neat and all. If I start doing like my works needs more space, or I have to allocate some time for doing it. So it was difficult for me to do. So later they gave me one portion. So that's how I started inviting people. Earlier I was inviting people to my house only. So my parents were not like, sometimes they need their space for themselves. So later when I got one small portion, I started pulling more people, doing more physical activities. Later we shifted the house because we had a duplex house. So we had to come to an apartment. I was not very comfortable to come to an apartment. I had a dream or wish to be in a mud house with trees around. But yeah, it was not possible. So I have to accept whatever condition or whatever facilities are coming in front of me. Now the challenge is, the beauty is, I'll be converting this apartment into a sustainable. Like again, apartment means I have to connect to the neighboring people also. I have to give the proposal of that lifestyle to others. Already they are aligned to some of these practices. So, but for myself in the flat, like you can see, I don't have much stuff in my room. So I'm creating some ecosystem there. Like I use natural paints for painting my walls. So these are Vedic paints made of cow dung and gypsum. It's not completely like gypsum is still mined. So still limestone tuna is much better than gypsum. So it's not like petrochemicals. So it is much safer. So the moment you open up that paint box also, you'll not feel any harsh smell also. So it is very comfortable. So otherwise, other emulsion paints, it will, where a person, a sensitive like me or any sensitive person, actually every person is sensitive. We are just adopting to that smells. So the paint will cause problems for at least 5 to 10 years. I didn't want that to be happened. So I was trying to search. I wanted to do a cow dung plaster, but it needs maintenance and extra money because I didn't had a proper knowledge at that time. So this was good, and even people like they were actually compromise. I could convince them for whole of the flat, but suddenly the painter was not aware of this product, and he gave a misconception towards them. They were scared, and finally they switched to that chemical paint. Only my room I have with the natural paint. So in that old house, I'll be using mostly. I'm planning not to paint because if there are any scars on the walls, like how you clean on the floor, scrubbing and cleaning with like I use soap nut and bioenzymes to mop my floor and clean my stains. Like that on the walls also, I experimented long back using bioenzymes. You can clean up your walls. So there were patches where it was completely dirty. So there I just applied bioenzyme and left it for overnight and then cleaned it. It was completely that stain gone. So there may be few stains where it may not go. So there, wherever it's required, I'll do some touch up with that matching color. That will be fine. So though I have some natural paint, why I'm not using that resource? Because resource is very valuable. It's not just paying the money and getting that resource. That is nature's resource. So we have to think very in that level, that any resource, though it is natural, we should not just use waste. We have to value that resource. So that is my thought. So that's the reason I'm taking more time to set up my space. So I called my space as SarvamEkadasi because I connect to Sai Baba. So my Guruji is the follower of Sai Baba, Shirdi Sai Baba. So his teachings are all aligned to the natural principles, completely harmonious to the nature. Sai Baba is a natural lover, humanitarian, community builder, social entrepreneur, everything you can see sustainable, whatever terms we are talking in the modern days, our Sanatana Dharma, our sages have lived that life. So in that, I got connected to Shirdi Sai Baba through my Guru. I didn't saw Sai Baba. I have been seeing his idol or hearing to his what you call life teachings through books and nowadays through serials and all. But I am seeing my Guruji since my childhood. So I am seeing how he is leading his life. Yeah, he may not be 100% completely aligned to that natural principles because he was not exposed to, but still he has that heart towards that animals, humans, compassion, nature. Like always he says, that's how I could learn. Petrol is not for us. So we should not close the roads with dambar and concrete, like we are making concrete jungle. So the time we are closing the roads, we are blocking the ventilation between and communication between the earth and the sky. So I learned everything from childhood. Like in one satsang, he will show rice grains, millet grains, all the grains, pulses and all. He will show and tells these are birds' food, beta. We are eating it. So it registered. So now what is our food? In one satsang, he used to tell from the time. Just a minute. So in one satsang, he used to tell from the time we started eating cooked food, so all the problems started. The time we discovered fire, from the time we discovered fire, we started getting all the problems. So yeah, I was registering all these things, but I didn't know where to start. So somehow I was having that eagerness to serve, because I was seeing him how he was helping people since morning till night. He's an Ayurvedic doctor also, so how he's helping in various dimensions of one's because he'll not just see patients for their health problem. So we as a family together, we go to him for every requirement for our thing, like for any guidance, for seeking help in every dimension, we approach him. So he's not just a doctor, so he's a Sadguru. So he helps us he helps many people in many ways. So it's just following his practices is enough. He'll say, no, you need not even come to me. Just implement these things, very basic things in your life. That will be enough. So he's very simple person, and his teachings are very simple. So what he says is, you need not go to temple or spend your time in wasting money and all. Yeah, it is also a practice, but what God needs, he needs pure heart, pure vision, pure speech. That's it. God is there within you. Don't go to in searching. Don't go to temples. Nothing wrong, but still. So if you go to Shirdi, or even if you go to Tirupati, you spend long time going there. After going there, what you'll do? You'll close your eyes. When God is there in front of you, you can see him. Now, why do you want to close your eyes? So what does it teach? God is there within you only. But that process of traveling to the temple made you purify, it cleansed your heart. So the moment you go to Garbhagudi, when you're seeing that idol, so that activity made you pure. So when you're closing your eyes, you're seeing that God within. So that same practice can be adopted when you are living that harmonious life, utilizing that this body in that righteous way, helping others. So the purification, like putting right food, that will also help in purification of your soul, of your mind. Then your soul is there, that the light is coming. Now, if the light is obstructed with all our weakness, the light will not radiate. So just remove that covering, automatically light is there within you. Everyone is divine in nature. So no one is just a normal human being. Every person is divine. His divine energy is there pervading in everyone's heart. Only thing is, we are covering because we have that freedom of that birth, freedom of our lifestyle, freedom in what we are doing. So it's the only gift we are having, which we are misusing that. And we have accumulated lot of disharmonious things on this mind. So only that light, internal light, is not radiating. So now the purpose of birth as a priority is to first purify, cleanse that all that accumulated stuff, which that shed which we have covered. So once you remove that negativity or that weak points, then you have, that is moksha. Moksha is not like you'll not have birth. We will take birth even after dying. We will definitely take birth. So now what is moksha is coming out of that bondage. So that will happen when you are stable and harmonious. So now how to be aligned with ants and mosquitoes and all. So just now in the morning, I was sharing to Samata that mosquitoes will not cause any malaria or dengue. So if really mosquitoes will cause problem, mosquitoes should also cause problem to other species on the earth. So no other species are getting malaria or dengue. Why only human race are getting malaria and dengue? Even in that, everyone are not getting malaria and dengue, right? Why only some people are getting malaria and dengue? So basically, all the imbalances or whatever viral fevers or whatever diseases, as we have discussed, it's only body's detoxification system. Now, how mosquitoes are playing role? So every species has their food chain, right? So suppose mosquitoes, mosquitoes are not biting me since 8 years, maybe more than that. It needs, mosquitoes will feed on nitrogen compound. So nature has designed every species to balance the ecosystem. They have to also exist. So one's waste will be others' food. So others' waste will be others' food. So like that, there is a dependency system. So now mosquitoes will feed upon nitrogen compound. So there is lot of urea compound. Okay, in the house, like we use lot of chemicals. Every chemical has a urea compound, so nitrogen compound. And in the body also, we are eating lot of chemical food or like any undigested food caused urea compounds in the body. When it is eliminated, so even if the body is not digesting it, elimination is very important, because we are not giving time for elimination. Accumulation is happening, so more of urea compounds are there inside the body. So mosquitoes are one species where it is helping to cleanse your system. So when it is feeding, it is eating the toxic blood. It will not eat the healthy blood. So the toxins are food for them. Whatever toxins are there in our body, it is food for them. So now why malaria is causing in a problem is when it's absorbing that toxicity, it is initiating the detoxification process in that cycle. So it's not like every mosquito will do that. So there'll be some mosquitoes which will initiate that process of detoxification, and actually it is helping you to detox. So when a person gets fever, so there is a lot of toxins which were accumulated, which is coming out through that initiation process. So now you are actually fortunate to cleanse more. But rather what we do, we see it as a problem, the symptom as a problem, and we try to suppress that situation by taking some medicine or injection or some whatever medicine. Unfortunately, that is the approach we have adopted. So understand this, then automatically when you are eating right and allowing that elimination, you will see that mosquitoes will not bite you. And to your surprise, in Bangalore, in my friend's house, so I introduced him to bioenzyme. So he was asking me, he was following me. He's my childhood friend, Shrikant. Maybe many of you knows him. He's very popular now in YouTube on spreading the bioenzymes and all. They have started an academy called Bioenzyme Entrepreneurs Academy also. So in his journey, he was we studied together and all. Later, like I was into my ashram life, then he was into his corporate life and all. Later, he was observing me. We used to communicate in between. Once what happened, like in between, he connected to me for his wife's health issue and all. I was helping them. So sometime I visited his place. So there was just a casual conversation about my works and all. So he asked me, he was also just getting aligned to those principles and lifestyle. It was just a start in his journey. So he was asking me, like, see, if one has to live that lifestyle, like we have a family, now you are individual, it's fine for you wherever you want, but we have a family. Then for us, if we have to live that lifestyle, we need a farm, or we need resources or whatever. Now, if we have to buy a farmland, it's very expensive, and we don't have that much budget. Okay, then we will earn and make up our money, and we want to buy later. Then by the time farmland will increase. Now, when we will buy land, when we will live that lifestyle and all. So I asked him, are you ready to live that lifestyle? Maybe not 100%, but at least you can start the journey from this moment. He said, why not? It will be very happy. Then I just stayed for 3 days, and I made bioenzymes there. I made a rocket stove there. I told them that fruit selection there. Rather, being on a fruit was more cheaper, because ripe fruits were just thrown away, or they were given for lesser price. So we were fortunate to get, that's how I collect my fruits. I mean, I don't worry about organic, inorganic, because as I told, that ripeness will reduce that toxic effect of that chemicals as well. So I'm open to get organic fruits if available. So I was fortunate to connect to him and connect to the farmers around, vendors around. And we used to regularly take, and they were also happy that they are not wasting that resource. Rather, we were giving them some price also. So definitely they were happy. At least we are getting some price rather than throwing it out and wasting that. So even it was helping us also to get that fruit for a lower price. So I have lived that, I was living that life for myself. So he was also open to practice those practices. So that's how I used to carry my own bottle, my plate. By then I was, I think, on fruits. But still, as an emergency, I used to carry my plate. Suppose if I have to drink sugarcane juice, I'll not drink if I forget my glass, because even a paper glass has a chemical layer inside. Assume there is no chemical layer also, that paper glass has to be disposed. Okay, so rather I will not drink. It's not compulsory to drink sugarcane juice, right? So rather I carry my own glass and then have that juice. So I was living that conscious life. So it was really shaking them, like, is it possible for one to live? But yes, I am living that example. Why not you? Rather, I would prefer coconut water, because coconut water will completely go into the ground. It is not creating much waste. It will again turn back into soil. But paper, we have to cut a tree, and again there is plastic layer. Again, it will take time for decomposition of plastic, many years together. So I was conscious. So then we made, I taught them the cooking methods like that. Whatever I'm teaching, I just stayed there for 3 days. Later, I took a class also. People who wanted to learn that, they got an opportunity in the Bangalore to learn. It started like that. He didn't stop there. He continued that practices, like me, like he was calling me in between, and he was taking guidance. And 1 month he did it. Like, why I'm taking example here is, like everyone can, like, now there is an opportunity to do online sessions. At that time, these online sessions were not there. So I was living, I didn't even thought of doing some sessions like that, because I was living my life. I just came from the ashram at that time. So I was living life for myself, doing my sadhana, spiritual practices and all. I never thought what nature will intend me to do. So my Guruji told that you have your journey ahead. So I'm just waiting to open it up. So that's how slowly I was doing my permaculture. And there also many people got connected. So many people were asking me about this lifestyle and all. So that's how slowly it evolved into, like, wherever I go, I used to gather, I used to share these all practices, whatever I was doing in fermentations and all. So Srikanth also, it happened. Like, he got connected, and now he left his corporate job and he wants some earning for his survival. So he made products and he started selling, and I know his potential. He's good in marketing and teaching and spreading. So I was pushing him in education, but he was not open at that time. Slowly he understood, rather than product making, spreading, educating and spreading that awareness will reach many people. So with that intention, slowly he started educating. He didn't started educating like that. When he was living that life, when he started stopping that chemicals, when he started completely using bioenzymes, then he started teaching bioenzymes. And even he is a fruitarian like me. So he never talked about veganism also. He was a non-vegetarian eater. So though he stopped non-vegetarian food, he was not spreading about veganism or anything. Then I asked why. He said, still I have that in my thought. It's not like I have left non-vegetarian completely in my thought. Still in the thought I have. So let me take time. So see how much content and dedicated he is to spread that thing also. There was a point when he's out of that thought, then he started spreading about that veganism or dairy alternatives or whatever he's practicing about fruit diet and all. I was very happy and proud to have such friend and such follower also. There are many people who follows me, but not everyone will follow everything. So completely he took that dedication in spreading that awareness. Most of the Tamil Nadu region, they are aware of bioenzymes is because of Srikanth. Or else it was not in the way how I spread. I'm very much, because I have other role to play. So I have to do many other background work. So I do in the energy plane, like I do some things in the, like what my Guruji has given me some roles. So I do many roles in that energy plane. It's not like physically I have to do. I know this will happen. I took a sankalpa 25, 30 years back about this, what I am not just what I'm spreading, but this lifestyle which people should adopt to. So 30 years, 25, 30 years back, I took that Sankalpa. So now I'm seeing it's manifesting. At that time, no one were talking about sustainability, minimalism. This was all practices in Sanatana Dharma. In the ashram life, we were practicing. But I wanted that, I took that intention that these practices should come to the normal people. So I'm very happy that Sankalpa, there are many people might have taken that Sankalpa. So some have a role in manifesting physically, spreading physically. Some have a role in spreading that awareness through that thought level. So everyone will have different roles. So my role was different. But yeah, I took some responsibility in spreading out physically also, because when we don't connect to people, how you can do in that only in that level. So there should be an interface also. So that's how slowly I understood, okay, maybe this is the journey ahead to me. Let me spread out. So what I felt was, I'm not very good, though I was from IT background. I was not very much comfortable using the gadgets technology. Rather, I was avoiding gadgets. In ashram, like though I was not reading much books, I used to spend time in updating myself with the terminologies through internet. Because even in my IT also, rather than working on the subject or exploring or upgrading my skills, I was just doing the work what is meant to do, and rather other time I used to spend time in my devotional or my spiritual learnings, learning more about that spirituality and all. So that's how I was spending my life. So in ashram, when I came to ashram also, I was taking care of naturopathy wing. So this ashram is called as Sai Gita ashram. So where there are more than 500 varieties of trees categorized into nakshatra, navagraha and wish fulfilling trees. So these trees, we can connect to the tree energy. We can actually, trees communicate. If you see, there is a lot of research about tree communication. So like what you call Jagdish Chandra Bose is first botanist who kept an apparatus, connected an apparatus in getting the tree communication. Then what is name? Cleve Baxter in US, California. He used advanced devices to understand the tree communication. If you go to the documentary Secret Life of Plants, there is very beautiful documentary where it will emphasize on tree communication. There is a book also. So like that, my Guruji had that connection towards trees since his childhood. So I was also having a lot of experiences with trees, being with him. Personally, I had a lot of messages from the trees. So that's how ashram was there, and there were more than 500 varieties of trees and naturopathy center. So I was in Ayurveda wing also. So I was fortunate to have, because I was involved in service activities, I had chance to learn many things, get exposed to many things. So when I was working in IT, when I went to ashram, I was using laptop. My Guruji used to scold me a lot when I was sitting in front of the gadgets. But I used to think, oh, this is the only way. Like he tells in a short one word, he will tell. But how I will understand? Because I am not in that level to understand deeply. Now I am understanding a lot of things. But at that time, I used to take, because I am new to medical system. So I was taking care of naturopathy wing. So I don't just follow the instructions blindly. So I want to learn more, because if others ask, I should be in a position to explain them also technically, the terminology and all. So there was one patient who had who came. Normally we take the record, like of course I was just helping there, facilitating there. Everything my Guruji was taking care, but I was given a lot of responsibilities. So I want to fulfill that responsibilities properly. So there was one patient where he had some issue. Normally we recommend some medicines to take and some medicines not to take. But we will take the record of what medicines they are taking. So he missed informing some medicine. So intuitively, when he was not, the parameters were not coming for normal for him. So you know how I came to know? I do dowsing. I get that like intuitively I get that answers.
So I didn't know about anything. So something related to heart, something was pushing me, something related to heart, some medicine related to heart. Now I take some reference through internet, like what medicines normally they take, like by listening also, by being with my Guruji also, he gives allopathy also. I know some medicines by then. So he was taking blood thinner, which he didn't inform. So I just doused and I got clarification. I asked him, are you still taking blood thinner? He was shocked. How come you know I have not informed you? So yeah, that's how I came to know. That's how I could learn many things from gadgets. Though I was not spending much time, even with the minimum time whatever I spend on the gadgets, he used to scold me. So slowly I got disconnected with the gadgets. Rather, I was very happy to receive that wisdom internally than depending on the gadgets. But still, I take references to become versatile about the terminologies. I take references because terminology is very important to connect to people. So then I was not bothered about the technology. Like if you see my research in fermentation, it's not at all my subject. I'm completely into IT, computer programming and all. But I was fortunate to have my guru, so I got some exposure towards Ayurveda, towards plant. I was healing, I was teaching yoga, teaching meditation. So some connections helped me to progress further. So fermentation was not my subject. But see the beauty when you dedicate for that divine cause, nature will make you do whatever it wants. So that's how it happened. And then what happened, now you are seeing, so this is really helping. Why I told this, yeah, about I was talking about Srikanth, like that. It happened. What happened was, in his house there were a lot of mosquitoes. His house was just beside a lake. Just imagine on open lake nowadays in Bangalore, in a polluted city, any city, all the sewage system goes into the lakes, right? So there is lot of urea compounds there. It will be a breeding ground for mosquitoes. So there are no fishes, no ecosystem. So there is no balance ecosystem to maintain balance that lava and mosquito growth and all. So definitely it's a breeding ground for mosquitoes. Any cities nowadays are breeding ground for mosquitoes. So just imagine a house just beside a lake, how many mosquitoes will be there? So we were just mopping the floor with bioenzymes. Within 2 days, we could open up the doors and windows and sleep in that apartment beside the lake without mosquitoes. With just 2 days, within 2 days. So that's how it was helping. He was happy. Yeah, there are ways like morning and evening. You have to just spray bioenzymes in the corners and near the doors and windows in the evenings. Then automatically mosquitoes will not come. Then termites disappear. Termites will come when there is a dead wood. Okay, so basically whatever wood we are using furniture are mostly plywood, right? So now plywood is being treated with chemicals. So up to 3 years or 4 years, termites will not come because of that chemical effect. So that chemical effect will nullify after some time. Now, after 2-3 years, after that effect, now termites will sense, okay, there is some dead wood. So termites' role is to eat away the dead wood and convert it to soil. That's it. So because it is made from the dead wood, so termites will come and it will do its role in that nature. Now it's a trouble for us, right? So we use again pest repellent and termite curing and whatnot and all. We kill them. Again, we are doing that sin. So rather, if you use bioenzyme, termites will not sense any dead wood there because there is life in your environment. So termites will not come into your house, and even though you have your furniture, it will not disturb it. See how we can live that life in harmony. Like all these things started with Sumi's question. So how we can live that life in harmony. So termites we are not killing, we are just using bioenzymes, and termites are not coming because there is life in your house and not disturbing your furniture. Rather, what I do is I do composting around my house. There'll be a lot of termites in my compost because there is a lot of dead wood, coconut shells and all. They will not enter inside. They have their food outside. Inside, I'm using bioenzymes. So I am creating a zone for them. Relative placement is there. We are coexisting with each other. So that's how termites, without harming them, we are just allowing them if the place will be suitable for them to thrive or not. Like that, ants or spiders or whatever, when you create that when you don't create that ecosystem, these species will come inside to help you actually, right? So when you create an ecosystem, then suppose there is a room, okay, you clean that room properly, dry it, tidy it, and then seal that room. Completely seal that room so that even a dust particle should not go. You completely put plasters and whatnot. But after 1 week, if you come into that room, you will see still dust will accumulate there. From where it is coming. And whatnot you will smell there inside that room. After going there inside that room, you will be feeling stinking smell. The room was clean and tidy and dry and then sealed, and now you feel a stinking smell in that room after some time period because there was life earlier. Now you have sealed that room, there is death. So death will invite pathogenic bacteria. So that pathogenic bacteria will create that smell. Now what you do to remove that smell, you go with some room sprayers, some scent disinfectants and whatnot. Rather, just open up your doors and windows. Within few minutes, that smell will disappear. There'll be fresh air, fresh light. Automatically, room will be tidy. You need not do anything. Or spray bioenzymes or any natural alternatives. I don't even use bioenzymes. I don't even use bioenzymes to wash my face or wash my clothes or even to mop my floor. Also, I'm very comfortable using plain water. I sweep my room and use plain water. In the house, yes, they are very comfortable now to use bioenzymes, or else it took time for them to shift into bioenzyme. So I am creating their space. I'm not, initially I told that I was pressurizing them. It didn't work. So I am giving time for them also. Slowly, they are also seeing that many people are getting help with these teachings. Why not we follow? Maybe they are feeling like that, and slowly they are adopting to that. Like today is my mom's birthday. So I gifted her cotton saree. So she will not wear cotton saree. She's very comfortable wearing all that thick sarees and all. She have cotton sarees few. So last time also I gifted, in between I went to Gujarat and I found some Kala cotton and yeah, it's very expensive. I got for a very cheap price because directly I took from a weaver. So she liked it. She likes to wear and she feels very comfortable. That I came to know when she was sharing that expression, like that experience to others. In front of me, she will never reveal it, but she is very happy inside. But there is some ego clash or mental blocks where they don't want to adopt. So so this time when I gifted, outwardly she told I'm not accepting it. I don't wear this cotton and all. So I gave time. So recently there were some gathering of their sisters and all. So I showed them and others liked it. So they gave an idea, why don't you wear daily? Like, why should we wear nice natural fabrics only for occasions? Okay, it's not exhibition. Like daily we have to live our life. So why don't you wear that nice fabrics daily? Like my Guruji always tells. So outside when we go, we put iron shirts, nice neat shirts and clean shirts. Inside we will wear all torn fabrics, lungi and banyan, and we'll think like that. See, you are wearing fabrics for yourself. Okay, so to be tidy and neat inside and every time. Why do you want to only show off? Okay, so live that life for yourself first, not for others. So even if you want to live that harmonious natural lifestyle, don't wear your nice cotton fabrics. If you want to live that natural lifestyle, don't wear only cotton fabrics to show others that I am living that life. Wear daily. Wear daily. So because you are wearing for yourself. Okay. So my Guruji tells God can come anytime. God is there within us. When you facilitate, God is there. He he'll be very happy to be with you when you are living that harmonious life. So when he told one thing, I took that statement and I started to evolve more. So this is possible for everyone. I'm not telling that for you only it's possible, or for you only that possible. See, many people say, what's there for you? What work is there for you? You are only doing that work. We have so many works. You know, I start my day at 3 o'clock. I do many works than an IT person. Though I was in IT, I know what works I was doing. I do many works than him. I do my documentation, though it is a challenge for me, but still I am doing my documentation. I attend calls, I help people. I do many works, 10 or 100 times more works than an IT person. And they say, what work you have? You have only this work. Come and sit with me, you will understand. You can't even, like, I sleep at 10:30, 11 also sometimes, but still I get up at 3 and 4 also. So it's not like I am actually setting an example for an urbanite. I am living that life. It is possible to live a harmonious life. So if I ask you to make bioenzyme, how much time will it take? Instead of putting your garbage in the dustbin, you're facilitating that peels into a bin with some ratio. That's it. You're not behind it. It will happen. When I ask you to soak and separate starch and not use pressure cooker, are you behind that soaking process for 8 hours? You have to just facilitate it. Soaking will hardly take 30 seconds or 1 minute at the max, right? Remaining time, it will happen. You have to just facilitate that to happen. You have to mentally create that space, that acceptance towards that lifestyle. So now fruit. So, okay, we were not aware how to select a fruit. Now you are aware. Now go and select a fruit. It's simple. So facilitate yourself that because it's not available in the market, just keep the fruit 1 day, 1 week advance. Okay. So create unnecessarily, creating a museum of unnecessarily things. Create a shelf where you can, like what we did is, in our cupboard, we removed one part and created a mesh so that it is aerated. Because if you pack your fruits in a cupboard, it will spoil because of heat. So in one cupboard, we have allocated a space where we have created a mesh. There is aeration. Fruits will not spoil. So like that, we can facilitate. If you put a thought, everything is possible. You need that conviction. So Hanish, what he did in Dubai, so he's practicing low carbon cooking. Like Sri Prabha know Hanish, so I am telling about Hanish. So he just came, like he was following me. He connected me for some healing or for some meditation. Later, he came to know about my teachings and slowly he was listening to my videos and he was practicing few things. So sometimes he used to make a call and he used to directly ask me, take time from me, and he used to practice some things. He is very much connected to these practices. He has a vision that he wants to create some natural farm to implement these all practices and help others. But now he's working in Dubai in some marketing job, but still he's practicing many of my teachings. So once he came to Hyderabad and he was just 3 days. I couldn't even host him because I didn't had a place to keep him. So he was staying in a hotel and daily he was coming, and I didn't know that he was so much interested in these teachings. So he was just observing. Later, fine day, he called me and he was showing in a video call what all he was practicing. I was very happy to see his practices. So he was staying alone in an apartment, shared apartment, and he was not even having any space, but he was practicing many things in a small space. For everyone, it's possible. And there was one person who left his IT job in Punjab. So he wanted this lifestyle to be implemented, but he was having challenges in finance. And at that time, I was keeping my sessions as gift economy. I was not. Now also, I fixed some price, but you all know that many people come forward with their problems, and I never bother about money. I just ask them to come and join. And even if I sense some people had some financial issues, I tell openly, why do you want to pay that much when you have that financial issue? I rather say you are welcome, you can come. but they may hesitate and they may take some pain. But yeah, I don't mind if people have some issue. Definitely they can come forward. So initially I used to do open gift economy, then people started misusing that advantage, and later it was confusing for people also. Then I started keeping some contribution amount, and I used to mention if anyone has challenges to approach me. That also people started taking misadvantage. Later I understood, really if people have issue, they will definitely approach. That is the that's how people who are really a seeker, they will express their situation. Then I thought, okay, let them come by themselves, and I was open. So like that I kept my sessions. So many people say your sessions are not like very cheap, like even in my relatives side. So I asked them, do you join if I keep some price? When they ask like, why for 6 days only, why this much, and the content which I give is more. So yesterday only my neighbor cousin, she was asking, oh, it's very cheap, why don't you charge? You are talking so much, you are giving so much wealth of knowledge, why don't you charge so much? I'll ask her, are you open to join if I keep some price? She was silent. See, I don't want to target only audience who are affording for it. I want to reach everyone. Still, actually, whatever I'm sharing, everything is open in my YouTube videos or my Instagram. Everything I keep it open. It's not like I have not kept anything. Like even my bio salt, whatever I have researched, it may be jaggery honey, every video is there in the documents or videos. Of course, I have to make more videos, but everything is open source. Nothing is, I have not kept anything secret, whatever research or whatever lifestyle I'm talking about. But still people are having challenges to implement. So only I'm keeping some price to handhold people to show seriousness. Because now if I keep a price, people will join, and they will show some seriousness. There is some energy exchange, and education which is coming from guru will have more value because they'll be more receiving, like guru purvakanga vaste vidya. So that's how open source, yeah, when you are connecting to your internal guru, then that guru Tattva will show you that wisdom through nature, through some video, or through book and all. When you have not connected to that internal guru, then you have to take help of external guru in learning and uplift yourself. So that is param. Gurus were not asking any money. So it was like Vidya Dana. That's how people call it, as Vidya Dana. You should never charge for educating. Vaidya Dana. Okay, Vidya, Vaidyam, as a profession, as a doctor, you are not supposed to charge a patient. Okay, so people used to contribute to, because a rishi or a guru has to facilitate many things. So he has that abundance of wisdom. So he has to help us. So he needs his basic survival means or to run that space. So people used to contribute, come together. The whole of the community used to come together and take care of the needs of that space to run. That's how guru acharyas were not having any thought to run that space. So space was taken care. He was involved in sharing his wisdom and helping people. Later on, because of that Kali Yuga and all, they were some that practices were no more. So it got diluted and adulterated, and now there is for everything we are connecting to money, and ethically also ashrams will take service contribution, something like that. So it's fine, even that is not a problem. But that's how our Guru Parampara was there. So I wanted to practice that, and that's how I kept that culture as gift economy, as an energy exchange. Later on, I also understood, okay, this is a challenge in the modern era, so let it be like this. But still, I want to keep it ethical and open. And even what I planned for the space, Sarvam space, when I start any product, I didn't wanted to sell any product because I want to educate. But for people like some, I don't know, Pravina is there? No. Many people were asking me, I want to try first before I want, though they learn, they want to try. So now for them to make, it will take time, and they want to also convince their family members and all. If they do mistake, it will not come well, and if the family members are not convincing later, they will not accept. So at least they have trust in my product, whatever I make, it will be reliable. So many people were asking me, but I didn't have that bandwidth or space to do. So now I thought, okay, let me do some products and keep it available. I want to make a zero waste store. I want to keep an open price, like open price in the sense, what was the cost involved, what is the process cost involved, whatever is there, like some contribution for that space. So keeping some frame line, you can contribute whatever amount you want. So it is like an open platform, like people can contribute, not just for the product. Like if anyone had a challenge, suppose they didn't got money, they can pay later also. It's not like only with money they have to take that product. So they can contribute later. Even if they're not contributing, it's fine. So I want to keep some practice like that. And I want to keep some zero waste store, like not to create packaging and all. So I don't want to transport, because transporting a product will take logistics, packaging and all. Maybe I have to compromise in sustainable packaging, reused packaging, something like that. But I want to concentrate on local. So I want to create such people, entrepreneurs everywhere, in every region, so that I may not transport that product. Like one person making bioenzymes in Guntur and supply to Hyderabad. What's the point? Already there are many people who are making bioenzymes. So why don't you concentrate only on Guntur and spread that awareness in Guntur? So yeah, again, it will take time for her sustainability. Like at least if she has that eagerness, dedication to make that nice product, she has to sustain also. So somewhere in the midway, she has to take time for reaching the local people. But at least people who are interested, she is able to help. Like that, we have to find some midway also. So that is my thought. That is my journey. I wanted to listen to your experiences, but yeah, I've taken a lot of time of yours. Like why I took time, because if I start anything, I just keep continuing. But this is all important. This journey of mine will help others also. So maybe 1% you may learn from it, but that 1% practice can pull you to 100% also. So I am putting only one seed. So maybe you will do that after 1 year also, but still that seed, like I will put a seed, automatically that seed, that is the strongest seed. So that will not decay. All the seeds which I am putting are strongest seeds, because I took that sankalpa, I am dedicated for that cause. So that will sprout in its time. But if you take little effort from your side, so definitely that seed will sprout better, and it will go into a magnificent tree, and it will be helpful for many people now. So that's why I'm pushing you all to take one step from your side, take baby steps, then slowly you will be helping many people to take these practices. If we are not changing now, the future is very tough. So future is very dark. Our future generations, always I tell, future means again we will come back. It's not only our kids or our grandchildren. We'll be taking birth again. So at that time, it will be very tough for us to survive in this world if you don't stop the flow. What is happening now, you have to change the pattern right from now. So everyone have to do that. So this is my message for today. So how to take it forward. So now, yeah, if you want, you can take a break, and I want to listen to your experiences, how you felt, and about the session also, and also how you felt about the Ekadashi practice. Like already people started sharing in the group how they were practicing, how they felt before. Like earlier also they were doing Ekadashi, but the small intention setting or right food selection, how it helped them, how khichdi helped them, or else people eat what not after breaking the fast. like how light they were feeling after eating khichdi, or these all things I want to listen from you. Definitely, with only my experience, people may not get connected. When many people who have experience will share their experiences, it will reach more people. So that's the reason I am asking you all to share your experience. And people who missed attending now, I am asking you all, requesting you all to share a video in your Instagram and tag me, so that many people will, because I am anyway living that life. So others will think, is it possible for me to live that life? If a layman or if a normal person, if he is also experiencing, sharing their experiences, they will listen more. So that's why I'm asking you all to share your experiences, whatever it may be, and also your feedbacks and suggestion and comments also. So it's very important. In my side, I have a lot of backlogs because it will take time for me. I have challenges in technology. It will improvise documentation, videos, and all. It will take time. This is because I am taking it slow. I want it to happen in its own pace. Definitely, I need people's help in taking it forward. Alone, I can't do. So I am also taking time. Like many times, people come to me, they want to help me, but everyone have their own challenges. I will not pressurize anyone. Really, if a person is meant to do that work, it will happen through him. If not, it will not happen. So I know that nature's way. So I am very much open and very patient enough, but this will continue. So whatever extent I can do, I will keep doing. I'll not stop. And if more people are joining to this Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, whatever institutes are there, we all again are same, but these are like capsules in itself for that nature's work. So I have created one capsule so that I can handhold people. So took a name as Sarvam and Sarvam Mai, Sarvam Living and all. So yeah, wherever you are, whatever you are doing, you can also spread this message to everyone. First practice for yourself and then help others also. So wherever you need my help, definitely I can help you to pull you forward or take you forward if you want to become an entrepreneur or a facilitator or a practitioner, or if you invite me to in your community to spread awareness there, or whatever way I can help. Yeah, definitely I am open to it. I also though I am setting up this physical space, still I'll be traveling ahead. So because I have to reach many people, I want to make many people, many replications I have to do like that, so that if I do, I can help only 100 people say. But if 100 people are ready, they can make thousands of people. That's how it will spread more. And yeah, technology has to be used. Though I have challenges, I am trying to adopt with the practice with the technology, and I am practicing the effects of the technology. I'm very comfortable now, at least better than how I started earlier. So first time I'm doing this YouTube live streaming, I got to know about it, but didn't kept a thought behind it. So all the way I was struggling hard in downloading and uploading or whatever. So now Hiren pushed me in taking this. Why don't you do like this? He gave 3-4 options. So I felt, okay, this is better, easy. So directly it can be streamed into YouTube. So this is, it's not like we don't know many things. Though we know many things, sometimes you need some push to happen. Like Hanuman, when he was child, he went to the sky and he swallowed the sun also. But there was a situation when he was supposed to cross the Lanka. He said, I may just fly to shorter distance. Me will travel so much yojana, so much distance, I can't go. He has to be reminded, you swallowed sun itself when you were a child, because of course he forgets. So when he was reminded, then he went ahead. So like that, within everyone, that divinity or that capabilities will be there. We forget many times, or we need some push. So definitely we need to help each other. So ultimately, we are working for that divine cause. So that's how we can live our harmonious life, connecting each other. When we have satsanga, when we do satsanga, when we have that sangha community, alone we can't do. You'll be bored. So when you have a community, like-minded community, you will get, though you will not be encouraged from your family, at least from that community, you will get enthusiasm, push and encouragement. So you will at least be content in doing, and slowly people will try to shift into this path. So yeah, this is my message. We'll take a break. Then I want to listen to your experiences. Satish ji want to go to office. He wants to talk. He wants to share his
Sir, where do you
experience.
stay? Where do you stay? Can I come and meet you person?
Yes, I stay in Hyderabad,
Okay.
Padmarao Nagar, Secunderabad.
Okay. I'll stay in Sanatnagar.
Oh, okay. I thought you are staying in West Godavari itself.
No.
Okay.
Basically, we're settled in Hyderabad.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
I'll come sometime and meet you, sir. I'm a financial
Sure.
professional. I'm finance professional. I'll do the taxation part. I'm working as a CFO in software company.
Okay.
So we are heading the total India offices and managing the companies.
Nice. See,
Thank you,
very
sir.
fortunate to have you in this group. Like,
Yeah.
there are many people who are there, but you are fortunate that you are interested to learn and adopt.
It is given by your reference is given by my brother-in-law, who is Venugopal.
Okay.
He's a nature farming. He do the Ishgodavari Jagampeta. He'll do nature farming and he'll do all cultivation and everything. Thank you, sir. I'll namaskaram.
Thank
I'll
you.
meet sometime.
Would you like to share some experience?
Yeah, it's definitely now we have to a new culture. This completely new scenario. These are trying to adopt the things, but it's really a great experience. When I've done the first time fasting in with complete fruits, one day I spent with only fruits and water. Nothing else I taken. But it's a really good experience. I really enjoyed it.
You are very comfortable doing it?
Yes, because when I've taken one first time apple, I removed the peel and I just had taken it so light. I never had the first time I'm having that experience. Normally, I'll use complete apple as it is. I'll clean it and I'll take the apple. So really, it's helped me a lot. Thank you, sir. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, sir.
Sir, can I share my experience?
Yes, Sumi, you can switch on your camera if you're comfortable.
I am feeding my baby right now. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I used to fast before pregnancy. I used to fast a lot, especially in Ekadashis, Purnima or Amavasya. These are the days I used to choose for my fasting. But yeah, I never cared about following a sweet fruit. Though it was by chance that whenever I used to eat sweet fruit, by chance, it used to give me a lot of pleasure. But I never noticed that why this fruit is giving me more pleasure and why the other fruits were not giving me any pleasure. So that pleasure, fruits always give you pleasure.
Actually,
so
happiness.
That is
actually happiness.
Let's say that way I really enjoyed in terms of this fasting. It was just a bit difficult because I am completely keeping my child on my milk. So she was whenever she used to have milk, I used to get headache because I was keeping myself hydrated also, but still that thing was there. And now because she's also growing, so her demand is also growing. So you can hear her also, her sound also in the background now. She's jumping.
So you mentioned that you are feeling little low when you are on fruits. Are you comfortable now?
Yeah, I was what happened was, because by evening I was very tired. She was, and I know whole night she drinks milk, so I was getting a huge headache while she was taking. Otherwise, I was all fine. But whenever she used to take milk, I used to get headache. So I was asking if I can eat something boiled or something. But then, because you said to avoid, then again I had coconut because I wanted something filling. So I had some coconut, whatever the ripe coconut only I found it at my home. So I just had that, and then I drink some more water, and that is how I went to sleep. And again I got up at 2 o'clock, 1:30, 2 o'clock, because everything gets digested so quickly with the baby. So yeah, so what I was telling is, like, I really liked, I really enjoyed keeping fast on the sweet fruit, actually. uh and I also faced that because of my choosing the wrong fruit. I used to get that, sometimes I used to get that bloating, because I used
Your
to
voice is disconnected.
can you hear me now? Is it okay?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes.
Yeah. Earlier, when I used to do the fasting on the fruits, because of the wrong selection, I used to get that bloating. But this time, I did not get any bloating because you told me to avoid the skins also, avoid which is a hard pulp also, and you taught me how to choose the sweet fruit also. Fortunately, I was lucky to get a custard apple right from the tree this time, and it was ripe when I had it on the Ekadashi day, and it was very delicious. Um that helped. And I secondly, I really liked your analogy for the mosquitoes which you gave me. It was actually opening I used to believe that, what even you said, that I experienced that before, that no mosquitoes was biting me because I was on a very good diet. I used to sit with several people. If mosquitoes were biting them, then they were not biting me. I experienced it, but I did not know why it happened to me. But today, after talking to you, I got to know, because my body was not creating more, waste. My urea component was really less at that time because I was following a really, really healthy diet. So yeah, that was a good analogy, and to see it and with a brighter side also. Even if I have a malaria or dengue, then also I should have a brighter side towards it. So that was very helpful. I also need your guidance, if you can guide me, because see, I am living in Kerala right now, and the ants are like, because Kerala is so green, you just can't avoid it. The ants. So the moment I open coconut water, the ants will spring up, or they will come on the bed and they will bite my baby. I
Yeah.
don't know how to be in harmony with them. I don't like to kill them because I did Vipassana. So every living being has, I mean, we need to love them. I used to sleep in mosquito nets and not to kill them also. I tried my best, but now with the baby, it is impossible, and I don't know what to do. I really need your help and guidance in that. If you
So
can.
what you do, it's very simple for ants. Feed them outside, so they'll be happy enjoying that food outside. It will not come into your boundary.
So outside, I am living on 10th floor. What is outside for
Whatever,
me now?
like outside your zone, like wherever you don't want ant to come, keep food for them there, like outside the window or wherever. It will be happy
Oh,
till there. It will not come into your zone. Like you have to create zones, segregate that zone, create that boundaries.
oh,
Understood?
okay, but yeah, I understood, but they are huge here. They come on all my fruit waste also. They'll come on whatever I open also. They come on the bed also. I see, because the milk drops here and there because of the baby she takes out, and
So
then they will
for
come on
bed,
the bed.
what you do under the bed legs, keep a bowl of water. They can't pass through the water.
Okay,
So
okay.
4 legs will be there for the bed. So keep some
Mhm.
bowls, some plastic container or something. Put water inside that bowl.
And then put the leg in that water.
Put the bed legs in that water. They can't climb through the legs. That is the only way where they will come.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I will try, but they are wooden, so they will rot. Yeah, I will see then what to do. I will try the bioenzyme spray if that can help, because I'm using the
Yes,
Lakshman
yes.
Rekha to keep
So
them off.
if food, you can keep a plastic cushion underneath, there will be food rest like that. So you can attach that so that that will be there in the water. Wood will not goods get spoiled. It's simple.
Okay, okay, got it. Yeah, that could be done. Yeah, yeah. And I also loved it when you mentioned that till the kids they have milk teeth, we should give milk to them. I'm not able, until unless I am able to analyzing logically, I'm not able to relate. See, many of the practices which you guided, a lot of things I knew, but I was able to relate to them logically. So I understood. So I know what things I could not understand is also is with you are speaking with your experience, but I am not able to relate to them logically right now because I don't have that level of understanding for the cosmic or for the universe or maybe for the things. Maybe I'll understand it. That's why I listen to your whenever I get time, I just listen to your videos again and catch the words which you're trying to say, and then try to think over it why you said that, what was, because you tell so many things altogether. It is very difficult to catch up. Sorry. Yes, this was my experience. Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for sharing, Sumi.
Guruji,
Yeah,
Guruji, Namaste Guruji, Hari Om.
yeah.
Two things. Earlier also I'd been doing fasting, but this time through your guide, this thing, it was very casual. Now with your guided this thing, I was able to do it in a systematic way. Meditate, have food, not binge on teas and coffees. Earlier I was taking lots of teas and coffees that I avoided. It was a guided, and at the end of the day, I did not have the pressure or dullness like I was having earlier times. That was a good observation I made. Thanks, Guruji, for guiding. That's one thing. And the second thing is, as you said, we need to propagate such good things. We have also been doing it on a small extent. In fact, yesterday I could not participate because we had a good session of Sri Prakrutivanam Prasad Garu at our farm.
Oh, nice.
We had a good program. We called all the villages, so all those who are practicing natural farming, organic farming, and we had a full day his speech and then the interaction. So it was enlightening for so many villages there. So likewise, I think I would request you that I would you also to spare a day for us so that we can have a program at our farm. And
Sure,
invite
sure.
city people as well as the villages, especially the villages who need some guidance. They are all going directionless. We'll have that program next time, Guruji, after a planned date. Thank you, Guruji.
Sure.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Any others want to share their experience?
Hari Om Guruji.
Hari Om.
Very sorry, because of net issues, I'm not able to open my video.
Yeah, fine.
I'm very thankful to you as a guru and staying with us in our life. In my childhood, I used to do fasting with my mother in that Kartika Masam and all. I was the only child able to do all these fastings with my mother. But after marriage, became a big responsibility to satisfy all the in-laws and everybody. So slowly, I started giving up that habit because they demand food on a right time and with correct taste. So I had a fear. Whenever I cook, I taste the food, and so if I fast, I won't be able to do. Like that, slowly, I set my mind and I stopped doing all these fastings and all. But what helped me really is that sankalpa, because I was not having that strong sankalpa. All these reasons did not allow me to continue my fasting. But sankalpa part is the best thing I learned in this 6 days. That helped me a lot. When we take that sankalpa, and if you have that strong intention, nobody can stop us, really. So that's what I learned. And for this realization, I think it took these many years for me. And though we had done Navaratri fasting, that time almost 10 days, 12 days, we continued fruit feasting. But this time only for one day also, that day, my energies, when I was doing that fasting, my energies was very low. I did not know why, but simply I was sitting. one day before this Ekadashi, when I attended my music class, my teacher was going on telling about Ramanama, importance of Ramanama. So most of the time I was sitting, just closing my eyes and I was doing this Ramanamam only. I could not do anything much connected with nature. Just sitting in sunlight, like that only I was doing. But most of the time that Ramanamam only was, it's there inside my mind. So this Sankalpa part and doing Ramanama Japa, both of these things helped me a lot, this Ekadashi fasting. And definitely we all should post our experiences to help many people in their lives. That's what, this is what I understood this 6 days session from you. Thank you so much
Nice.
for all the knowledge you are giving to us. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your experience. Anyone else would like to share?
Guruji, I would like to share my experience.
Yes, please.
Actually, I started this course because Ekadasi, we will have a guidelines and we can do fasting. But why we need 6 days or 5 days for this course? So actually, I wanted to know what is behind this course. So that made me to attend this course first. So, and second thing is, previous Vaikunta Ekadasi, I was on fasting, but whenever I do fasting, it was like I used to have more cravings to have food or something, and by end of the day I used to get headache. And whenever I eat fruits, especially fruits, I feel I used to have bloating most of the times. And so I wanted to avoid all. So I wanted to learn how to do fasting first of all. So for that I joined this course, and I didn't want to be on. I didn't want to do fasting throughout the course. That was my intention. But fortunately, I was on fasting. I didn't know that was a Ekadasi in my region. I didn't know this, but but nature gave me an opportunity to be on fasting that day. So throughout day, even my kids also were on fruits till evening. And we went out and we went some time with the nature, and we did I did chant more, and I was on chantings, meditation, everything. These are all happened not without my intervention. Like I had a thought like, okay, today is a Ekadasi, and I'll be on fruits only for my kids' sake, because they're having cold cough. So I opted them to be on fruits. So but during on that Ekadasi day, I did not feel any headache or any restlessness. I felt like more energetic that day, because I selected right fruit. Because of that I did not feel like I was hungry. Even next day also, I didn't feel much hunger. So I was on fruits till afternoon, and after that I had my khichdi. So thank you so much, Guruji, for this sharing knowledge. Thank you very much. And I definitely move forward with this knowledge, and I'll be on fasting whenever I wanted to do. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thanks, Samta, for sharing your experience.
Hi, Guruji. Yeah.
Yeah, Praveen.
Yeah.
Hari Om All. I would like to share my experience. So Guruji asked so many times, what is your experience and all, but I didn't. Is it possible to switch the camera from here? I would like to show.
Switch the camera.
To back camera, Guruji. Just I'm checking. Okay. So I just did all these things like
Okay.
water things and all. So yeah, if you see, this is the pudina I put on Pongal day, but still seems to be fresh until today. With this moon charging and water charging, I didn't expect this much freshness in the water. Able to see, Guruji? Yeah.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. So just there is some tulsi plant, so I just put those leaves. Yeah. So even though week, almost 5 days or 6 days, it was fresh. So when come to my journey, like so I was looking for a harmony life from last few years, actually 10 years and more than that. Why should I have all these things in my all the social whatever the things there, right? So why should I have all these things if all these are necessary? That's what my thought. So I started reaching out. So why people are getting illness unnecessarily, why they are bothering? That's what I started to bother from relatives and all. So though I have a gas trouble issues and all, those are minor at that time. So yeah, that might be the one reason to search for the good harmony life and all. So first of all, I reach out to the doctors and Ayurved practitioners to get rid of illness, but I found that like they are also not sure. They are just healing the pain or illness. So that's what I realized from them, and so I really try to know what is the cause of illness. When we had a physical session, Guruji, you asked me to share, but I couldn't able to in that freezing. When you were sharing the knowledge, I was freezing almost on the 2 days actually. So I try to so I after that, I realized food is the cause of. So then I started changing my food. Kadarvali or some other things. Yeah, though I have a gap, so much of gap. Yeah, this should not be. So if we eat millets alone, whatever the other things, why we have another those things and all. Then fortunately I came to Hyderabad and I get a chance to meet directly you. So then I realized, here I have a full stop. Really I felt like anything. Yes, I got an answer. So after our conversation, after our session only, I got realized like, yes, I got the real reason how what is the root cause of the all issues. So how we can get rid of all these things and how we can live in harmony. So after that, I'm feeling very high. uh, I can't express in words. So yes, finally we know what is the, though all the things are very near to us, we couldn't able to find. So we don't know what is the fruit, how to select the fruits and all. So we are meant to eat fruits, yes, correctly, but we don't know the fruits. We are because of selecting the wrong food, wrong fruit as well. So we are hesitating and we are not showing interest to eat food. So there is a small thing, but we are unable to find it out. So after that, we find it out like, things are around us, but we are unable to find it out. We are just reaching someone help, but they are always misleading for us in the home appliance, in the form of home appliance, in the form of other things, in the form of even the quality and purity. So whatever they are advertising, that's not the quality and purity. So the harmony provides that, but we should aware where is the glitches. So that's what I realized. So that's why, though I am a IT employee, though I can I'm earning, so I'm not having fridge, I'm not having AC, washing machine, all this and all. So I'm just gone through the natural way. Most, yeah, I have to improve more on that one. Yeah, thanks, Guruji. My life got fulfilled after having you. Thank you, Guruji.
Thanks, Praveen. Thanks for sharing your experience. So there was one day when he was there with struggling with stomach pain. So that day, hello.
Yes, Guruji, able to hear.
So one day he had stomach pain, and I have given him papaya, ripe papaya, like a hand squeezed papaya juice. So I remember he was very much comfortable having that. Like later he could learn many things, and he's trying to practice these things in his life.
Yes, Guruji. Almost after that, I stopped even, dairy products as well from last. That was happened 4 months, 6 months, 5 months back, right? So after that,
Yes.
once it is recovered, I recovered from that bad situation. Yes, I stopped dairy foods and all. Now I'm eating harmoniously. So, the previous session, healthy fats also realized, not only realization, so I realized already, but my wife has to realize with Shweta's cooking and all, at least she got some idea. So yeah, she started. We are not at all having dairy products now. Yeah, though from last few days, from 5 days, I'm working almost 25 hours on screen. So if that is the other, if it is the normal situation, previous situation, definitely I should get ulceritis and all. So much bad will happen. But now I'm very fine. So though I couldn't able to do fasting on last day, but at least I did 2 days, 2 times. I just had a meal at afternoon alone. Since I had I didn't sleep properly, that's why I couldn't able to do it. Otherwise, yeah, mostly I was doing fruit fasting occasionally. So whenever I have fruits, definitely I was eating whole day. Yes. Yes. I am completely get only 10%. So because of these gadgets and all, I'm having that 10% Guruji. So now I'm not using, I'm not using medicine at all for this gas trouble. Though my friends are there, they are simply using pantoprazole and all. Though I have a very critical situation, I didn't use pantoprazole and all. I just started, I want to heal myself with the food. That's what I had a strict rule. Now I achieved definitely, Guruji. Yeah, be proud of that one. Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah. Thank you, Praveen.
Namaste, Guruji. Can I give my feedback?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So I'm Kanmani. I'm from Chennai. Of course, I would have been in almost mute on all the 6 days because I once put in this WhatsApp group saying that I was shuttling with my kids' work and home. So today I made it a point to come to office early so that I'll at least register my feedback. Though I've been attending the session completely, but there were breaks in between.
Okay.
I happened to join one of your sessions in 2000 during lockdown. That was through holistic parenting community. And of course, the inputs you gave that time were very good. Of course, you have covered all those points even now in this 6-day session. What impressed me more was recently my friend Priyadarshini from Chennai. She spoke about you. We had a community schooling get together for my kids, and when she came over, that time she shared about you with the complete community schooling. We are close to some 20 families in the community schooling. So that time she shared about your visions, about your lifestyle. And of course, we were aware of what kind of things you do. But few things that impressed us were the bucket of water you use for yourself and the very minimal clothes you carried with you when you stayed at her place.
1 liter of water, 1 mug of water. 1 liter of water.
Sorry, 1 mug of water, exactly. And the clothes. I think she said you bought just 2 clothes. And how 2 or 3, I don't remember precisely. So all these things inspired us, the whole community. As I said, we were close to 20 parents. So I was thinking, telling so that's when she shared this Ekadasi fasting on her WhatsApp status. I thought this might be the right time because morning 6:30 to 8, I could somehow manage. Because other times I would be at office and evenings I would be busy with kids. So I thought, okay, I might miss in between, but still, though I've been fasting on Ekadasis, on almost all Ekadasis I fast, we were taught from holistic community how to go on about fruit fasting, everything. But this session of yours helped me more. It never taught us the old fruit fasting I'm talking about. I just used to consume fruit whatever we had at hand. We didn't notice this ripeness. We didn't notice at what time we have to take the fruit. So the last 4 days have been a big change. And that day on fruit fasting, yes, I was completely on fruit fasting. And it was very, very good. The next day I felt very light. I enjoyed the fruit fasting. So from that day on, I started insisting my daughters too, that the right procedure to select fruits. Of course, it's going to take a long time. I have 3 daughters, all 3 of them of different age groups, starting from 12, 8, and 5. I know it is going to take some more time to inculcate this habit of choosing the right fruit. But yes, it was a beautiful, beautiful session. I loved it. My daughters also had to undergo the treatment I've been giving them in last 3-4 days. Thank you so much, Shailendra-ji. Thank you so much. I'm so impressed. We are pleased. I'm pleased to for having been in your session. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Thank you, Kanmani, for sharing your experience.
Thank you.
What's your name? Kannani. Okay, Kannani Yuvraj.
Yeah, Kanmani.
Okay.
And one more thing, Guruji. We've been following this bioenzyme, and Priya was the one who taught me about bioenzyme 5 years back. Slowly, we are almost a chemical-free home now. Initially, it was tough to inculcate this habit in my husband. He's the one who was more talking about bioenzymes to everybody than me. So that change came over, and he's enjoying this chemical-free living. We are enjoying every aspect of this natural, friendly environment. And like you were sharing stories about Srikanji, everybody. We also wish to go back to our hometown and live an eco-friendly life. Yeah, that's there in the process. That will and nature decides that will also happen. Thank you so much. And one question I have, Guruji, about the medication. My father had a cardiac arrest, and since then he's on medicines. Every time I try to convince him that yes, you can very well live without medicines, but somehow this thought of this has seeped in that without medicines he cannot survive. His heart wouldn't function like how it used to function earlier. So how do you, if this is the right place and right time, if you have, can you please advise me, how do I convince him, though he's convinced with our living, though he's convinced with our lifestyle, but this one medicine part alone, he doesn't get convinced to what I say. So how do you think, if you have the time, or maybe we can take it up sometime later as well?
Definitely ask him, is the medicine really helping him or just suppressing the symptoms? Just ask him what all the symptoms he has. So is it really taking medicine since long? So all the while from the start of the situation till now, is he reduced the medicine or he has increased the dose of the medicine and the more strong doses or more number of medicines. Just ask him. Ask him also what all the complications he got with the medication and what all medicines he is taking for addressing those complications. Just start this question, then slowly he will understand. So why don't you ask him not to stop the medicine, but tell him that why don't you just practice this? I'm not, don't allow to stop the medication. Just change the habits, like it may be fruit selection or cooking methods. Automatically, he will come out of that situation. He can stop the medication at that time.
Yes, Guruji, I would like to add few things
Introduce
here.
to this
So,
practice first.
yeah, Guruji. So, for example, if that patient have other disease like sugar, BP, and all, with this practice, if they follow, they can able to reduce all these things. So, with that, the realization start from their mind, like yes, it can heal. So he will slowly stop the dosage, at least decreasing the dosage, and like that he will stop. He can't stop in a sudden day and all. That should come from reducing the symptoms and reducing the dosage and all.
Okay. Yeah, I get it. Thank you. I've been telling this only. We'll slowly reduce, for which it's always a no from him. And one more thing I wanted to share, Guruji, that is this. If you can see, this is this Tulsi infused water. So I bring it to office every day since the last 4 days. One day it was mint, and today it's Tulsi. I've been seeing Priyadashini's status about how she infuses the water. It was always inspiring, but never have I tried. This is the first time I've tried it, and it is really awesome. That's the only word I have. I could feel this tulsi seeping into the water, the flavor, the taste, and somehow I was feeling I was having a cold on Tuesday. But since I started taking this water, I don't know if it's my mindset or I am sure it really worked. This feeling cold, where I was about to get I was about to catch a cold, all that vanished.
Yeah. Thanks for sharing.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you.
Guruji. Namaste, Guruji.
Yeah. Namaste, Mamta Raghava. Okay.
हाँ जी, नमस्ते सर, मैं गुजरात से बोल रही हूँ, पालनपुर से। इससे पहले भी मैं एकादशी फास्टिंग करती थी, पर इस टाइम जब मैंने फ्रूट जो आपने तरीका बताया राइट फ्रूट सिलेक्शन का, राइपन फ्रूट, तो मुझे गैस की हमेशा प्रॉब्लम रहती थी और मुझे जॉइंट इशू है, मुझे सभी जॉइंट्स में पेन एंड इन्फ्लामेशन है। तो जब इस बार मैंने एकादशी फास्टिंग किया तो मुझे ब्लॉटिंग भी बहुत कम हुआ एंड मतलब मेरा माइंड भी कामर हुआ और मुझे ना ज्यादा फ्रूट खाने की भी जरूरत नहीं पड़ी, मतलब मैं थोड़े फ्रूट से भी सेटिस्फाई हो गई। देन उस दिन मैंने मेडिटेशन किया, तो उस दिन जब मैं अपनी ब्रेथ को ऑब्जर्व कर रही थी तो मैंने ये देखा कि एवरी पार्ट ऑफ माय बॉडी इज पैल्पिटेटिंग, मतलब हार्ट बीट सिर्फ मेरे हार्ट में नहीं थी, मतलब एवरी पार्ट ऑफ माय बॉडी इज पैल्पिटेटिंग, मतलब वो मैंने ऑब्जर्व किया उस दिन। एंड मुझे जैसे मैं पहले भी रॉ डाइट पे रहती थी, पर मुझे ये नॉलेज नहीं था कि हमें जो ट्यूबर्स वाले जो फ्रूट होते कंदमूल है उनमें से डायरेक्ट नहीं खाना, हमें स्टीम करके खाना है। तो मुझे बहुत गैस इशू रहता था और उस बात की वजह से मेरे को जॉइंट इन्फ्लामेशन पेन बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ जाता था। तो एकादशी वाले दिन मुझे मतलब इन्फ्लामेशन पेन भी बहुत कम हुआ और उस दिन मैंने बहुत कम खाया और नेक्स्ट डे मुझे मोशन भी बहुत क्लियर हुआ, तो मेरा इन्फ्लामेशन एंड पेन भी कम हुआ।
बहुत अच्छा,
थैंक यू गुरुजी, आपने ये नॉलेज शेयर किया। तो ये मुझे बिल्कुल ये किसी ने नहीं बताया। रॉ डाइट पे मैं बहुत टाइम से रह रही हूँ, पर मुझे मेरा वाता बढ़ जाता है, देन वाता की वजह से मेरा पेन बढ़ रहा था। तो एक दिन मुझे अच्छा लगता था, अगर मैं कंटिन्यूअसली 2-3 दिन रॉ डाइट पे रहती थी तो मुझे पेन बहुत ज्यादा बढ़ता था, इन्फ्लेमेशन बढ़ती थी।
वेरी स्मॉल थिंग, छोटा चीज करेक्ट करने से इतना फायदा होता।
हाँ, ये बस पता ही नहीं था। और मैंने इस एकादशी पे जो आपने बताया विदाउट नाइफ पपाया खाया, तो मतलब इतना आनंद आया। मुझे मतलब मैं वर्ड्स में नहीं बता सकती। वो हम फॉक से और ऐसे काट के खाते हैं, और जो अपने फिंगर्स का यूज करके खाया उस दिन, बहुत मजा आया। मतलब अच्छा लगा, तृप्ति हुई।
एक्चुअली हर इंसान वो एक्सपीरियंस पाने के लिए सोचते, मगर सोसाइटी क्या सोचेंगे, ऐसा का है तो ऐसा हम ब्लॉक कर लेते। एटलीस्ट घर में तो खा सकते ना, कोई नहीं देखते ना, हमेशा लाइक अपने लोग ही आजू बाजू में रहते, बाहर सपोज समटाइम्स अवॉइड कर सकते, मगर घर में तो खुद खा सकते ऐसा।
पर ये हमको नॉलेज भी नहीं है, पर आपने जो बताया उस दिन हमें वो हम एक्सपीरियंस कर पाए। पहले हमें पता ही नहीं था कि ये छोटी छोटी चीज चेंज करने से भी कितने मेजर चेंजेस आ जाते हैं।
हाँ। Yeah, thanks Mamta for sharing your experience.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you. Anyone else?
Guruji?
Yeah.
Hari Om, Guruji.
Yeah, please tell your name and then start. It will be
Guruji,
nice.
I'm Omika.
Yeah.
Guruji, first of all, thank you for this wonderful session. Though
Can you
I have
switch
been
on your camera if you are comfortable?
Yes, Guruji, surely. Yes, Guruji. Though
Yeah.
I'm associated with you since quite some time, but it took some time for me to accept or absorb all the things. And you visited me in Bangalore also. And even I started now, eating with my hand, small, subtle things, especially this Ekadasi, I was on water fasting, but I did not take honey. After you said that honey is not for us, I knew it, but could not do it, practice it. But after you said date soaked water, this time I took date soaked water. And the second day I was on fruits, and night I was on light soup. Today I am making my khichdi with sprouted rice and sprouted lentil. So it is looking good. I don't know, my family members should certify whether it is tasty, but it's looking awesome.
Send that to all of us also.
Smelling also awesome. Taste, I think it will taste good also. And actually, I was listening to everybody, and more than the food and all the sessions, no, I feel that you take us to a conscious level, the awareness level, consciousness increasing slowly. Like I am nowadays not so much bothered about food. I am feeling that we should be more bothered about why we are existing. What is the purpose of our life? That I'm connecting to. I'm understanding the essence of your lectures. Fruit, nut butters, all this are becoming slowly insignificant. I think after some time, this will all become insignificant. More we will be concentrating on that we have got a life, and why is this life for? So this changes, I'm feeling it every day. And I'm nowadays enjoying my company, being in Mauna, which you also say. And even I'm not liking gadgets, but sometimes you have to. Like now I'm listening to a class, it's due to a gadget. But I have totally stopped seeing TV and all that from since years. Even trying to minimize, unnecessary talking to people over phone. So these are the things I think your sessions are not for only small thing. It's a very holistic approach to life. And I'm learning kindness and compassion. Your nature is so kind. Like I have started, I always idolized you, but I sometimes I feel, is it possible to become like you? So true, so sincere. So every day I think, though I have reached 50, crossing 50, but every day I feel that every day is a new day. Every day is a new beginning. And so slowly I'm trying to better myself, not in terms of eating habits or being a good person, compassionate person.
Yeah, thanks, Momita, for sharing your experience. Yeah, looks very nice to listen to your experiences also. Always I keep talking, I'll not listen normally.
I'll go next if nobody else.
Yeah, please.
Yeah. So first of all, thank you for this journey through this session. I really enjoyed, and I was like, even though it was planned for a short period, but it was taking a lot of time. But every moment was really precious to learn a lot of things. And if I start like when I saw this class announcement, I was really excited to see a lot of content, because normally Ekadasi is just one day or one day before and after. But then I said it's a 5 or 6 days. Let's understand. And it was really worth it. The first day because I've been following you like for some time, but never got an opportunity to attend your live class. So this was first class, and first day, I think there was laptop challenges and other things, and class started like late. And I said, okay, what's going on? Because I'm like, okay, everything has to be perfect, right? But more and more, I attended class, understood your philosophy and the sharing passion you have. I'm like really hooked up, and I think really enjoyed every moment of class. And it was not about Ekadasi, as Anandya said. I think it was all about going to the next level, having consciousness on anything we do with our life. So starting from fruit selection, being aware what is happening around you, and having that nature connection and going to nature. I think there is a lot of learning. So even though it was for Ekadasi, but I feel like I got so much out of this class, and I'm really looking forward to learn more and implement and grow in this journey. And as I told, I think I will be more happy to attend future session and contribute more. So thank you for everything, what you taught. Thank you.
Thank you, Hiren. Thanks for sharing, and thanks for pushing me to take this on YouTube also live.
Hari Om Guruji.
Yeah, yes, Rajesh. Hari. Who wants first? Are you in hurry, Jayalakshmi?
Yeah, let Jayalakshmi carry, Guruji.
Yeah, because my battery is down and I am also down little bit.
Yeah, please. If possible, try to switch on the camera.
I'm not sure. Okay.
Yeah.
No, Guruji, I will switch off the camera.
Okay, if you are not comfortable, fine. Yeah.
Should I'm not comfortable.
Okay.
I woke up late and I shared in the group. Actually, I was having throat irritation yesterday night in the midnight, and morning also I was feeling shivery. Then I gargled hot water along with the biosalt solution. Within 30 minutes, I become normal, and I prepared 2-3 types of dish. I send my kids to school.
Okay.
Yes, I told my sister that there is extra food in my house. I will give you also, like that curry, and I prepared biosalt using curry actually. It is actually making magic, Guruji. And yesterday, my son was having, not yesterday, since last 1 week, my son was having some allergy in his hand. So he was trying to put oil and all. I think maybe it's because of winter. But yesterday I thought, okay, I will apply some kali. Today that also gone. It went completely vanished, Guruji. It was so red till yesterday. So today it is completely vanished. And my elder son was having skin issues over his face. He has been trying many things. Actually, I was also trying many things to apply. Nothing worked. That Kali Kali did the miracle. So now, as soon as he wake up, his first thing he do is wash his face using Kali. So this is what. And I have been following Guruji since more than 2 years. Silently, I was following and applying whatever he was sharing in the Instagram. Now, I think since 1 year we are connected closely, and every day I eat his food for my doubt. Every day I have lot of questions. I ask him often, and whatever he say, I follow. Even cooking method also.
I'm not using stone vessel, but I'm using stainless steel vessel. But whatever cooking method Guruji recommends, I follow using that vessel, and I store everything in the mud pot. And recently, what changes I have made, I planted. I am growing my own veggies, small green leafy vegetables, and indoor plants also. In my house, everywhere now it is showing indoor plants. Earlier, I was thinking, who will do all these things? It's a big headache for me, especially. But now I'm truly enjoying, and I really enjoying whatever Guruji is saying. It is very simple, and I am sharing it with my family members also. They also started loving me that before. Okay, and another thing, I have seen many changes in my health improvements in my family members, in my family, and also in my family members' health. And one more thing, actually, whatever the Ekadashi fasting, actually, I have been following Guruji's tips on fasting since Navaratri, and I have been fasting on Navaratri, Ekadashi, every month. This time, actually, before attending this session, I asked Guruji, shall I attend it, because the timing was conflict for me. Then Guruji said, if you are live, if you be on live only, it will be helpful. Otherwise, it is not helpful. Anyways, you are following so many things, you need not to attend this session. But still, I don't want to miss Guruji's talk. Whenever I connect him, I get energized. So I paid him, and I joined this session, and every session he gives something extra, something new. So this is what my experience with Guruji, and everyone should follow Guruji, and everyone should follow all the methods Guruji is recommending. It's really, truly very simple and helpful for all of us. Thank you so much, Guruji. My battery is about to die. I will also disconnect the call now. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so very much
for sharing.
Yeah.
And Jayalakshmi follows many things, really a nice student. So whatever I teach, she will completely do it, and she keeps experimenting also and improvising it also. I really appreciate her interest, and yeah, thanks, Jayalakshmi.
Thank you so very much, Guruji.
Yeah, Guruji, this is Rajesh here. So
yeah,
I think last 5 days it was really a wonderful lot of information, Guruji, actually. So I've been following you, and I thought, I think the first month of the year I wanted to learn something from you. That was the main intention, but I had another course. I just came from Vipassana, and I just missed the first day. So so second day, there was a lot of sattvic food in my previous camp, actually. So I was having some cravings for food. But again, when I went to this Ekadashi fasting, I've never done fasting, but I was little doubtful myself if I'll be able to do. But I think the intention setting which you taught about, and how to go about with the right fruit selection, all those things really helped. There was a lot of misconceptions which I had about how many fruits to have and what fruits to have and all those stuff. That was very it was very eye-opening, Guruji, actually. So that really helped, and I just went to buy the fruits, actually, to select the fruits. Those things and all I've never experienced, actually. You just order it, it comes to home, and you just, whatever is there, you eat it, consume it. But I think the communication with the fruit happened, actually. So I think that thanks to you for that, Guruji, actually. How do we communicate? How do you select the right fruit? I think that was very it was very wonderful experience for that one, Guruji. And also you showed the energy levels with the fruits. How do we see what difference it makes, actually, when we do with a lot of other stuff. You also mentioned about biosalt and bioenzyme continuously, which I've not experienced it. Probably I'll do it in other sessions in future classes. But yeah, I'm very and it's just a lot of science-based thing you come up with. Actually, it's all proven thing, and nothing that you are just telling something outside. You experimented, and you're doing by yourself, and then you're sharing it with us. Is quite great, Guruji. Thanks for your knowledge. It was too much of knowledge, Guruji. I was trying to take some notes of it, and I'll definitely try to implement it step by step, as you said, and I'll try to take it forward in this holistic way of well-being. Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you, Rajesh, for sharing. Anyone else?
Guruji.
Yeah.
Guruji, I have a small question though. The topic now is so serious and so nice. I don't want to ask you some insignificant question, but still, actually, I was asking about Rajma. Like today, when I boiled the sprouted moong, it boiled very nicely, became soft. But Rajma, I find it a challenge. I cook in mud pot only and cook open. How you said open, keep it open. Try to sprout them, sprout activate, and then cook. So what is the best way to cook it? Make it tender?
So yeah, Rajma will take longer time, but if you sprout it, it will not cook soft. Any grains, if you sprout, it will not cook soft. It will be like chewy, but it's suitable for eat. But if you want to make a mashy thing, either you have to mash it on the stone grinder like that, or rather than sprouting, sprout activate and then cook it. Though it will take longer time, so you can avoid your gas and time by doing in low carbon cooking for 2-3 iterations. Then it will cook soft. You need to mash in between and allow it to cook more. Then it will cook soft.
Okay, Guruji, I'll try it, mash it, and then fry it in that way. Thank you, Guruji.
After sprouting, allow it to cook and later mash and then allow it to cook. Then it will cook soft.
Okay, Guruji, thank you so much.
Guruji, namaskaram, Guruji.
Yeah, Ravikir. Yes.
Can I speak in Telugu?
Yes, please.
Thank you, ఏకాదశి చేసుకున్నాం ఫుల్ స్టవ్ అయిపోతుంది ఐఎమ్ ఫ్రూట్ ఫాస్టింగ్ మార్నింగ్ పపాయ తిన్నాం నైట్ కూడా ఆఫ్ పపాయ తిన్నాం మార్నింగ్ ఆఫ్ నైట్ ఆఫ్ తిన్నా ఎక్సర్సైజ్ లో ఉన్నా ఇంకా నెక్స్ట్ డే నిన్న yesterday I eaten khichdi your method. Yesterday night I eaten this Ayappa Prasadam, my relative neighbor. This I'm doing biosalt, only biosalt. Guruji, I'm నేను అన్ని చేద్దాం అనుకుంటున్నా కానీ ఏమైపోతున్నా అంటే నేను అటు అంటే టూర్స్ కి వెళ్ళడం గురుజీలను కలవడం దానివల్ల నాకు బ్రేక్ అయిపోతున్నది. నాకు కూడా చేయాలని బాగున్నది కానీ ఏమైపోతున్నా అంటే కొంచెం సపోర్ట్ ఇంట్లో ఉంటే నాకు ఇంకా చేయబుద్ధి అవుతుంది. అయితే ఒక తెలుగు సెషన్స్ పెట్టండి గురుజీ, మా మదర్ కి వినిపిస్తే నాకు సపోర్ట్ గా ఉంటది. నేను కూడా ఈజీగా చేయగలుగుతా. ఎందుకంటే నేను ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ నాకు ఏమన్నా మా గురుజీలు ఏమన్నా అంటే ఇది మెడిటేషన్ ప్రోగ్రామ్స్ అవి వీటికి యోగా కోసం పిలుస్తూ ఉంటారు. సో మార్నింగ్ టైం యోగా చెప్తా, వాళ్ళంతా డే మొత్తం మెడిటేషన్ థియరీ క్లాస్ చెప్తారు. అట్లా నేను 1 month ఒకసారి 10 days రిషికేష్కి వెళ్ళడం, అరుణాచల్ వెళ్ళడం వల్ల నాకు బ్రేక్ అయిపోతున్నది. బయోసాల్ట్ కూడా నాకు బ్రేక్ అయిపోతున్నాయి, గ్యాసెస్ రిలే అది నాకు సరిగ్గా ఇప్పటికి 2 times కరెక్ట్ చేశాను. ఇప్పుడు మళ్ళీ నాకు ఎంటీ ఉన్నది. మళ్ళీ ఇట్లా ఇంట్లో ఒకసారి తెలుగు సెషన్ పెట్టారనుకో, ఇంట్లో మమ్మీ వాళ్ళకి ఇన్నానుకో, ఇద్దరం బ్యాలెన్స్ చేసుకోగలుగుతాం. ఫ్రూట్స్ అయితే 2019 నుంచి అది ఎస్టీవీలో మిమ్మల్ని అప్పుడు చూసాను కానీ కలవలే. ఎప్పుడైతే మళ్ళీ మనం ఆశ్రమంలో భాను వీళ్ళందరితో కలిసినప్పుడు మళ్ళీ మీ ఇంటికి వచ్చాం, అప్పుడు కొంచెం ఇంకా డీప్ గా తెలుసుకున్నాను. ఇక తెలుసుకొని యాక్చువల్గా 2019లో నేను బ్రష్ చేయడం ఆపేశాను. బ్రష్ చేయడం ఓన్లీ ఫ్రూట్స్, మార్నింగ్ కోకోనట్, ఇంకా మొలకెత్తిన విత్తనాలు, పెసలు, శనగలు మార్నింగ్, ఇది కోకోనట్ వాటర్ 1 లీటర్. ఈవినింగ్ టైం ఆల్ టైప్ 3 టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రూట్స్, లోకల్ ఫ్రూట్స్, హైబ్రిడ్ ఫ్రూట్స్. ఇవి 2019లో చేశాను. అప్పుడు నాకు కనిపించలే. 2020లో సిమ్టమ్ కనబడ్డది కొంచెం. యాక్చువల్లీ బ్రష్ చేయడం ఆపేశాను, ఎందుకంటే మీ మెథడ్లు చూసి యూట్యూబ్ లో బంద్ చేశాను. ఏం అవసరం లేదు, ఫైబర్స్ అన్ని క్లీన్ చేసుకుంటే, ఇంకా మనం ఆయిల్ ఫుడ్స్ అవేం దాని వల్ల ఎనిమల్ అని దెబ్బతిన్నది కదా, అవేం తింటలేం కదా ఆయిల్స్ అని, నార్మల్ గానే ఏం కుక్ ఫ్రూట్స్ కాదు కదా అని అది డైలీ రొటీన్ గా మర్చిపోయినా. బ్రష్ చేయడమే మర్చిపోయినా 2020, 2 years. 2021లో కూడా ఇక్కడికి వెళ్ళడం వల్లనే బ్రష్ చేయడం మళ్ళీ ఇక సిమ్టమ్ ఏర్పడి 2022లో 3 years అయిపోయింది గురుజీ. ఇప్పుడు స్టార్ట్ చేశాను. ఇప్పుడు ఆయిల్ పుల్లింగ్ చేస్తున్నా, జస్ట్ ఆయిల్ పుల్లింగ్ చేస్తున్నా. కొంచెం క్లీనింగ్ అయిపోతుంది, డీప్ క్లీనింగ్ అయిపోతుంది, 5 minutes ఆయిల్ పుల్లింగ్. దాని తర్వాత మళ్ళీ స్లోగా ఇప్పుడు కుకింగ్ వచ్చాను. మీ మెథడ్ సద్దన్నం ఎలానో ఇంతకుముందు ఏం చేస్తుంటే ఇది నార్మల్ గా పెరుగుతో చేస్తుంటివి ఇంతకుముందు. మనం అప్పుడు చేసాం, మీ ఇంటికి వచ్చేసాము, అప్పుడు అది గంజితోని ఇట్లా చేయడం ఆ ప్రాసెస్ లో వచ్చాము. ఇప్పుడు మా అమ్మకి చెప్పాను, ఆ ప్రాసెస్ చేసుకుంటున్నాం. మళ్ళీ ఈవినింగ్ టైమ్ ఏమో ఫ్రూట్స్ ఇట్లా ఈ మెథడ్. కానీ నాకు హైబ్రిడ్ దొరుకుతున్నాయి గురుజీ. మరి అది ఏమవుతుంది అంటే, నాకు మీరు చెప్పారు కదా కుండ తీసుకొని దాంట్లో కుక్కపీట అవి మట్టి వేసి చేయమని ఆ రోజు చూపించారు కదా, అట్లా చేస్తున్నా కానీ అయినా కొంచెం పొపాయన అవి ఖరాబ్ అయిపోతున్నాయి. నాకు ఇంకా అది అంటే రైపెన్ గా చేసుకోమని ఇట్లా స్లోగా ఆగమన్నారు కదా, ఒక 1 week దాకా ఏ ఫ్రూట్ అయినా, కానీ అది ఖరాబ్ అయిపోతున్నది, మళ్ళీ నాకు స్మెల్ వస్తున్నది. అయితే నాకు ఇక్కడ లోకల్, నేను నిజామాబాద్కి వచ్చినప్పుడు నాకు లోకల్లో ఏం దొరుకుతలేదు, అదేంటి న్యాచురల్ గా పండించిన వాళ్ళు. అట్లా మీరు అదొకటి హెల్ప్ చేయాలి ఎక్కడ మనకి నేను తెప్పించుకుందామని ఫ్రూట్స్ దాన్ని అట్లా. కానీ నేను ఇంతకుముందు ఫాస్టింగ్ కన్నా ఈసారి ఫాస్టింగ్ అంటే మీ విషయాలన్నీ, కొన్ని విషయాలు కొంతమంది అన్ని యాడ్ చేసుకుంటూ స్మాల్ గా ఎదుగుతున్నా గురుజీ. అంటే హీల్ అవుతున్నా. అప్పుడు ఇంతకు ముందు కన్నా ఇప్పుడు బాగా అనిపిస్తున్నాయి, స్మాల్ గా వస్తున్నా. ఒకటేసారి ఇట్లా బిగ్ గా వస్తలేదు రిజల్ట్, చిన్నగా వస్తుంది అట్లా. ఇప్పటికి ఇంకా అదే ప్రాసెస్ లో ఉన్న, బిగ్ గా వచ్చేస్తుంది, ఏదో అయిపోవాలి. ఫస్ట్ మెయిన్ గా నాకు సమాధి స్థితి కావాలి. ఆ స్థితిలో ఫస్ట్ లెవెల్ సమాధి, సెకండ్ లెవెల్ సమాధి, అది వెళ్ళాలి, ఇంకెళ్ళాలి. కానీ 1 year నుంచి, ఒక 6 months నుంచి బాడీ చాలా లైట్ అయిపోయింది గురుజీ. యాక్చువల్ గా అబ్జర్వ్ చేయగలుగుతాను, ఇన్నర్ గా వెళ్ళగలుగుతాను. కానీ నేను మొన్న ఏకాదశి రోజు ఏం చేశానంటే, ఏకాదశి రోజు ఐస్ క్లోజ్, 8 hours దాకా ఐస్ క్లోజ్. యాక్చువల్గా మార్నింగ్ పొపాయ తిని ఐస్ క్లోజ్ చేసి జపం చేయడం, మెడిటేషన్ లోపలికి వెళ్ళి అసలు ఏంది ఈ ఇంద్రాలకి శక్తి వస్తుంది, ఇవి జడం, ఇట్లా కొన్ని స్లో గమనించుకుంటూ వస్తున్నా గురుజీ. మరీ అంత వస్తలేదు, బట్ నాకు ఓకే గురుజీ. థ్యాంక్ యూ గురుజీ.
Thank you Ravi, thank you for sharing. Yeah, anyone else? All are done.
Guruji, I have some questions. I'm Kavita
Yes,
here.
yes.
Okay. One is like, as a South Indian, like people at home, they like idli, dosas and all that stuff. So is there a way to prepare those idlis and dosas in your method of cooking?
Yes.
Okay. So you'll have a separate session on that, is it?
Yeah, in cooking methods anyway, I'll be covering that. So basically, sprouted grains is the best to use for making idli dosa, making the batter, and you need not ferment for a longer time. So sprouted grains, sprout the grains. It may be millets or rice or whatever. You can even make with wheat also. So then you can use to make. Don't over ferment it. That's a simple thing which I recommend. So even if you are using refined grains, don't over ferment and using right culture to ferment it, like kali and biosalt will really help to make it fresh. It will, if you see, I have been posting in my Instagram how kali and biosalt are helping to retain that batter for a longer time also without sourness, without keeping in the refrigerator. So these all things definitely will be taught in the right cooking methods. But yeah, this is what I teach.
Okay. And second thing is like now for my health stuff, I'm on this food journey. So can we eat bananas? Because I'm eating bananas. Some people say that it is mucus and you should not have too much of bananas and all that stuff. So what is your suggestion on that?
Definitely, you can eat ripe banana. It will not at all cause a problem. Even if it is coming, mucus is forming. As I told, when the Vata Pitta Kapha transcends into Prana Tejas Ojas, then you will not have any complications. All the complications will come only till the body's detoxification, and it will take time. And mostly, we were having complications when we were not eating ripe fruit. So unripe fruit will have more complications. So when we are eating ripe fruit, only the toxins will be eliminated. Rather, you'll get nourished well, and then eventually, even you'll not have any kapha imbalance also.
Okay. And sometimes now I thought I'll include some raw salads, maybe once a week or twice a week or something like that. So you were saying that not all vegetables has to be eaten raw, right? So which are the vegetables that I have to avoid? Like root vegetables is what something you mentioned. So I should not eat carrots and beetroots and all that stuff, is it?
Yeah. So root vegetables not to have raw. Cruciferous you should not have raw, like cauliflower, broccoli, cabbage, and all. Then matured vegetables you can't have raw. Anyway, we will not have raw like rich curd, which is more matured. And greens, fibrous greens we can't have raw. Only tender greens we can have raw, like coriander and tender baby spinach. So these are the raw considerations. Then in raw recipes, we teach how to make salads, how to see raw. If you are eating cucumber raw, without peeling the skin and without cutting, if you are eating and discarding the skin, like eating only the inner part where the seed has not formed completely, then it will be very tasty also and digestible also. Again, the point will be very important, whatever I say. Whichever is not dissolving in your mouth, you have to discard it. Like even cucumber, there will be some portion where it will not dissolve in your mouth. So that hard part, if you swallow, it will cause gastric bloating and repurgation issues. So first only if you can avoid it, then it will not cause problem and it will not cause vata dosha. Mostly raw foods will cause vata dosha because of these practices. So when you eat in this way, then it will be nice. You can combine some cooked vegetables and some raw vegetable. Like you can make some salad dressings with sweet potato, cooked sweet potato, and nuts also. There are some formulations which we teach in raw food session. So it will be easy for one to transit into raw food. Once they are comfortable, then when they are aware of how to select and eat raw food, then you need not even do any taste makers into it and all. It will be easy for you to eat a rich gourd also, bottle gourd also, that if you select right way. And tomato also, mostly tomatoes are not ripe. So they are not like pre-harvested. So we can't eat tomato raw at that time. So when we are eating raw, then you need some combinations and elimination of few things. So a ripe tomato, it will just dissolve in your mouth, removing the skin, and even seed is going inside, it will come out because you're not chewing it. So like that, you have to understand this, and you can include raw because sometimes getting fruits will be difficult, or sometimes you may crave for some minerals, which fruits will give only prana. So you may be in that level of getting that mineral. So it is easy to include raw at that time in this level, in this way.
Okay, so till that session that you're going to conduct, so I just follow these guidelines and I can have, right?
Yes,
but
yes. You can also watch my recordings, like whatever session we had, the recordings will be available for raw food session. So you can take the recordings and watch if you are comfortable.
Where will that be available, Guruji?
Yeah, you can ping me. I will. You can get those recordings from me.
Okay, so now since I am on this highly raw, fruit journey, including the steamed veggies and this salads will not be a problem for me, right? In my healing
Actually,
journey.
If you are comfortable with fruits, I don't even recommend any raw or steamed vegetables also. But if there is a situation or pressure from the family, or when you are not able to handle, there will be some situations at that time, rather than stopping your fruit journey, having this way sometimes would be much better.
Yeah, but I have some pressure from the family also, because
that's what, yeah, I can understand.
Because that weight is a big concern for them, and
yes,
they feel, yeah. So okay, I can I send a message separately to you?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, thank you, Guruji. Sorry. Yeah.
And you do like to share anything, like how you have experienced this sessions?
This session was really good for me in the sense, because I started my fruit journey, but I was just getting fruits and having. I didn't know that there is a way of selecting the fruits, and you should have this fruits only like in the ripe form. I thought it was ripe, like bananas and other stuff, but in your session I got this understanding that only when you have those black spots and completely it is tender from the other side, when you can peel it, that is when you have to eat. Otherwise it is not good. So eating papaya, banana, guavas, and apples also. And apples, though I knew that because of the wax stuff we should remove the skin, but your session gave me more insight, like it is to be peeled and eaten for the digestion and the stuff, especially for us who are in the healing journey. So this was good, and a lot of knowledge, a lot of new things of the cooking and other stuff. I look forward for further sessions to learn more, because not everybody in the family are also in this path. So at least water I started implementing your methodology of keeping it moon charge, sun charge. I've ordered for Nirmali seeds also, because it's borewell water. And cooking now, I've stopped using pressure cookers. I've started using this open methodology of cooking, but again, it is steel. So yesterday I connected with the number that you gave for stone cookware. So hopefully one of these days I'll go by and do that for my family. Though they're not very keen on all this, but being a lady of the house, I will cook and start doing that. And they will they will enjoy that food. They don't make out the difference, so I think it is good only. So otherwise there would be comments. So far no comments, but they're enjoying it. And more predominantly, like last 3-4 days, I'm doing oilless cooking only, the way you're telling. So it's coming out good. Thank you, sir. Thank you for the sessions.
Thank you, Kavita, for sharing.
Guruji, I have a question. Can I proceed?
Yes.
Actually, apples. So whatever the apples I brought from the store, so those are not ripening properly. Instead, they are they are not rotten also. So, but inside it is very hard to make the juice also. So how to use that apple?
So one way is, one thing is they are pre-harvesting. So as I told, I kept my apples for 1 month in the pot refrigerator, and it took time, like more than a month for it to ripe. So I returned back, and then I was slowly eating those apples. Because I kept in pot refrigerator, it was not withering. Or else if you keep out, maybe it will stay fresh for a few days, but later it will wither out. So again, you'll be losing nutrients also if it is completely withering out. So that's how pot refrigerator will help. Or even if you don't have that pot in pot setup, even if you keep a pot and then cover with a moist cloth also, it will be fresh. Like Sri Ramulu's house, they are practicing like that. So that is one thing. Or the other method is after removing the peel, and you can chew and remove the fiber part which is not soft. So that way also you can get the benefit of that unripe apple. Or the other way is just slice those inner part of the apple and add water and biosalt and leave it, and then you can squeeze in the hand and it will become little soft when it soaks in water. So at least you will get that extract of it, and then sip the juice slowly. You can add cinnamon and some flavors to it. So that will be good as a taste. Like you'll not waste that apple, rather you'll get the nutrients. But only thing is we have to sip the juice slowly. But you should not make over fermented, not acidic like that. So partially you can soak and get that benefit of it.
Okay, sure. Thank you, Guruji.
Yeah. So, okay, then we will stop here, or anyone else to be you want to share? Okay, so we'll commence here. We will sit in silence. So show gratitude for all the organisms and energies which helped us to journey ahead and to learn this wisdom. So gratitude to all the beings, Krimi, Kitaka, Pashu, Pakshi, Jantu, and cosmos, energies, all the Devi Devatas, Yaksha, Kinnara, Kimpurisha, Sthana Devata, Marga Devata, Adhisthana Devata, Ashtadikpalakas, all the divine energies which were helping us, and all the nether worlds which were helping us to absorb that negativity and converting it into the positive energy and giving us back in other forms and through other means, again directly or indirectly getting that energy back to us. So all the species, trees, bees, birds, insects, even in human beings, different people who are helping us to sustain directly, indirectly, and be gratitude of your own body, love your body, respect your body. We are living in this body, so we have to care our body. We are living for our own self first. And we will be showing gratitude to that Guru Tattva which help us to flourish and shower that wisdom to all of us, including me, who also learned from that Guru Tattva itself, which I am sharing to all what I have gained from that Guru Tattva. So gratitude to all the energies. Thanking you all to be here, to get that knowledge, and you will be spreading it forward by after practicing and getting benefited from it. So Hari Om all. Thank you all for joining.
Thank you, Guruji. Hari Om.
Thank you, Hari Om.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you.